How about them rookie of the year votes after the year Magic had? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is motivation, yo. I think that young boy's gonna come back out. I think that young boy's gonna go out there and get it back in blood, man. That was crazy. One first place vote is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And I don't like the Eagles either. I just didn't like the way they treated the young boy.
No, I can't.
That was crazy.
I can't stand the Eagles.
That was fucking
I
crazy.
would never ever in my life.
Oh man, well, so all right, so okay, like I said, I just want the young boy to win because he got shit on the MVP, and you two got the Chiefs, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll see what happens. Any score predictions?
No.
I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I'm gonna say 34-31.
I said 31-27.
31-27.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout, man.
So I'm going to say 38-30. 38-35.
So you got a one possession. You got to be in a one possession game.
Yeah.
Nice.
Butker up, got it.
Walking down, I walked down the whole hill, little 8-year-old nigga snowboarding bags, like and all that. Word.
Crack your muffin top.
Yeah, I cracked my muffin literally. And then the next day we went to the gun range. The gun range is alright. I know somebody they had some gun in there. That shit was a cannon. We walked in that shit. Some nigga let the cannon off. I almost peed on myself. That shit said, "Wow!" I was like, "What the fuck?"
You white boys
almost
don't know
peed
nothing.
on
Black
myself.
boys don't know nothing about this.
Let me tell you something. If I can get them Tennessee guns in New York, I'll be the biggest arms dealer this side of Victor Bout, man. Yo, they want. I'm telling you, look at the price. They want $319.99 for the chopper. Man, you like we can go to Fat Pop and them niggas still these is $5,000 now.
Yeah, guns is cheap.
I didn't know. I had no idea. Look at the price of these guns. Look at the tag on that shit.
Yeah, it's cheap.
The fuck is that? I said that would be the biggest arms dealer in the home.
Yeah, it's cheap.
That shit was so.
And they come in a nice little box and all that other shit.
They had them shit. They had all.
First of all, you don't even need these kind of. Society don't need these guns.
But I can understand why the little niggas got them shits now. They fun to shoot. They're fun to shoot. I can understand why the little niggas got them. I don't understand why they out here wilding. Because I was telling Chico, I'm like, yo, you give me one of these shits, I'm going upstairs for anything.
Shoot flush.
Nigga, you said what? I'll be back.
Shoot flush. I seen a nigga shit get open like a watermelon.
I could not hit the target though on that motherfucker with that shit. Because that shit had the infrared.
They told you how to breathe and
The
stuff?
scope on it. Norm did. If you hear my video, he goes inhale, exhale, shoot.
Y'all had no instructor?
Yeah, we had a couple of instructors, but it's like it's like 7 booths. And the first booth was Norm had his own personal handgun. So I said I want to start with that shit first.
Wait, Norm flew in with a handgun?
Yeah, he flew in with his handgun.
He could go in.
Tasha flew in with her handgun. Yeah, you guys got to check it. A couple chicks had their guns. Jodeci had her gun. Vu had her gun. Yeah, well they drove though, but
Where was this at?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Well, them niggas coming from Chicago. You gotta check.
Knoxville.
So from Chicago to Tennessee, you can travel with your gun.
I guess so. Like don't even ask me about a gun law. I have no idea. But I just know they had
nobody in their gun laws.
Some like some girls was like they checked it.
They need to upgrade the gun laws out here. It used to be 3. They need to make that shit 6.
I guess Congress came to the conclusion that our gun laws are too strict and unconstitutional. So I guess I don't know if they're gonna bend them. I know Tiny was telling me because Tiny's trying to get certified with his company. He was saying something about it's a 3-year social media check.
Damn.
Can't have no no felonies and nothing like that.
Well, if you ain't got no social media, then what they gonna check?
Oh, listen, that's too far for me to comprehend.
That's a little bit different.
Tiny was just going down the list.
All right, Reggie, when you get a chance, look up because I can't see it on the hard drive, so.
Look at it.
I can't see it. I don't know where the files.
No files. The files are there, right?
Yeah, the files are there. I just don't see it on the. Just watch your step.
Where's the speaker at? You still got it over there, or you put it back?
No, I moved it. So I moved the whole room down more to a corner.
You said it's not up here. It's not in here.
No, it's on the sides, but it's not plugged in.
Oh, yeah.
Your boy's bugging out, bro. Like
my boy or Reggie boy?
Nah, it's just Joe Budden, you know?
Oh, what's wrong with him now?
No, I ain't like that niggas win at combat, bro.
Wait, what happened?
No, you know, it wasn't. Well, according to how everything is going, he was saying that Nori said something about combat.
Yes.
And he didn't know that Nori was talking about combat. Because Flip was like, yo, because basically Flip
I don't
got
give
the
a-
middle of it,
oh.
say he didn't like.
At the end of the day, though, like the reason I'm here, reason why y'all here, reason why
Yeah,
he does,
everybody knows
it's
that.
because of combat, bro. It's because of that. Like, and then Joe and Mouse and all of them going back and forth.
Because he definitely cleaned it up.
He better because
Because
that's
he said he didn't know Nori was talking about
you
combat.
can't. Who else was he talking? I mean, the nigga said combat.
I listened to that interview. I didn't hear that though.
Nori,
He's-
because Flip was like, you know, because I guess the internet was up.
Here's the problem.
internet
Like
was
that's
up.
that's the thing I don't like is like that's what I mean when I post. I seen you commented on the post I posted up where some comedian was like, "Yo, if you see a black person going to a store trying to buy a podcast shit, like stop that shit." This is where it's turned to now. Like this is what I mean by that because it's like you can't speak for a man that can't he can't speak for himself.
Yeah,
One, two. All y'all niggas was on his show, and all y'all niggas was asking him. We didn't know what the business was back then.
That's what Flip was saying.
No, we didn't know what the business. Nobody knew what the business was. Like absolutely nobody.
I
So,
seen the show, but I didn't catch it.
because he said something to the effect of like, because he was like, he insinuated that Combat gave away his YouTube, and he was like giving out YouTube deals and giving out their IP or whatever. And
Oh, but he didn't say combat name. He just
I remember he said loudspeaker. Oh no, he mentioned loudspeaker.
that's what it was. Cause I'm
Mentioned
like I didn't
but
catch
loud-
it.
But people
Combat-
that know.
But Combat is
no,
loudspeaker.
right.
Yeah. People that
Don't get me
know-
wrong. I didn't fuck with loudspeaker for one, but that was a different conversation.
'Cause
Like
I
I
didn't-
said, I have no problem talking about this on the show, but I know personally, like, as far as like jerking niggas off that shit, like, once again, nobody really knew the business, and anytime you bring in certain entities into a business like this, where people see it for what it is, they're gonna try to own everything, and we like once again, we don't know. Nobody knew how much millions is gonna be made out of this shit.
I can't fault nobody. It's like when a nigga say
It's like with the Sugar Hill gang. I can't
Right.
get mad at the Sugar Hill gang for giving out their masses. They don't know no better.
Yeah, no more-
Because they don't know. Like they probably thought this shit was probably like a fad. It probably wasn't gonna last long. But for them to even talk on some shit like like Flip is a type of person. It's like when Nas signed to Rockefeller. I mean, when he signed to Def Jam, it was like, yo, bro, you were a boss. Like you had your own entity, and you
Right.
already showed like you have to hop on Joe shit to do what now?
Listen, I'm not a fan of him on there.
I'm a fan of it.
He just
I like
This
it.
just to me, it's
I
like
don't like
there's
his vibe
six
on that
voices.
shit.
So now there's 6 voices now.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
So it's Parks, Joe,
6 of them.
6 Ice, Ish, Flip,
Yeah.
and Melissa Ford.
Yeah.
That's
I think
crazy.
Melissa,
I like
think-
it though, because not all of them talk at the same time.
I hope they.
They don't talk at
No,
the
it's,
same
it's,
time.
it's cohesiveness.
Yeah,
it's just that,
it's
but I
definitely
believe I don't think
cohesiveness.
Melissa's gonna be.
She's not gonna be there long.
But
And
she's
I'm
moving.
she's doing her own.
She's moving back to LA right now.
But you know,
No, she's moving to New York
but you
from
do
LA.
know it's not gonna end well.
What you mean? As far as
Flip and I know Flip.
it's been not working, but he's trying to make it work. Like behind the
Who's
scenes,
trying to wake him? Who's trying to make it work?
like Joe be trying to get him. Joe's trying to mold him into something else. But Flip ain't gonna be shit with who he is. But he's trying to get him, and then that's when Flip do them little testimonials. Yo, I'm trying to be a better podcast, better this and better that.
I just don't understand
You know,
why. I don't
we
know.
be having our issues, but we gonna work it out.
I like it. I
After
like
every
it.
episode, he do that.
Intimately, I know he. It's like when people. It wasn't just combat. It was also tax.
Well, he said tax.
he
Somebody
did say
said tax.
tax.
Yeah,
Who? Nori said tax?
yeah,
You did say tax.
yeah. I heard a nigga
I
say
gotta
he said
go back
tax.
to-
But here's the problem with tax.
He said shout out to tax though, right?
Something like that.
Something like
to
that, but
effect.
insinuating like tax, which tax did fuck up the bag. All right, we could all admit that. We knew tax. Everybody was saying, everybody on that side was saying, yo, tax is coming home, tax is coming home. Tax was not coming home. He was absolutely not fucking coming home.
But tax was just a hothead.
He was just a hothead.
That was
And
his
what he
only
did was just the
down-
dumbest shit because
He fucked up a lot of
a
shit.
lot of
for
money for himself.
He
So-
fucked up. My cousin was head of security when that shit happened.
Oh, really?
Fucked they bag up.
Oh, I know he was.
Crazy.
I know personally he was supposed to go to. I think I might have told y'all already. They were supposed to go on tour. It was supposed to be Tax, Flip, Ed Lover, Combat, and somebody else. And Optimo was going to pay for everything. and they were gonna be it was gonna be
Optimal cigars. The blunt.
Because that's when podcasting was new, so brands like that weren't afraid to attach themselves to that because they knew that demographic was gonna
Once
buy.
you brought that street element into it.
Yeah, and they brought the street element to it, but they knew who bought. Optimal know who buy their shit.
But Tax was trying to be like a Star and Buck Wild kind of
Yeah, right.
out the gate. Like, I didn't really like him because he just was saying, like, he was definitely original clickbait. But he was saying shit,
100%.
and then you got to go listen to the shit for a whole half an hour to get to why he said. I'm like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I got introduced to Combat Jack first.
Of course.
So whoever
I think
got
we all
introduced
did.
to-
I think we all. I mean, I think credit has to be given to Juan Epstein because they were very, very, very early on.
Yeah. I went to one of the events. I socialized with him. P. What's the other couple of guys that used to be in-
all them cats. Yeah.
And then my man, he fucks with them. He was fucking with them heavy at the
They
time.
had PNC Radio before anything.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
PNC Radio.
Yeah.
I remember because when we started the studio, I was trying to be like PNC because I would see pictures of PNC. I'd be like, damn, they look official.
Yeah.
And they look like official radio, like internet radio.
Yeah, I remember that.
And but then they gravitated more towards the podcasting. But I don't care what it is. Like for Nori to say what he was saying, that's why I like a lot.
So
of
what's Nori beef with Combat? He had beef.
It was.
with
I don't know if it was beef. But I think he was just talk. I think he's in his bag. I think he's just talking shit.
He was just talking about.
And I think he just threw strays.
Yeah.
But every time
How
Nori
his
get
deal is
happy
this and his
he
deal is
signed a
that.
deal,
Because-
he talk reckless.
Because the problem is like, yo, let's be real. Technically, on a technical aspect, the Drink Champs podcast is not a good podcast. In terms of let me ask you a question. And I think this is the thing a lot of people are afraid to say. Nah, I don't mind. Like, listen, I respect it and I can never knock it or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's not a great interviewer. By 45 minutes to an hour, everybody's drunk. There's no cohesion. By the end of the episode, it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And he stay interrupting people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
he does that. Yeah.
He stay interrupting people, and he is a cheat code. I think that's what gets lost in this whole thing. He's a cheat code, bro.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I can call Kanye because I used to work with Kanye.
Right.
I can call Pusha T because I've seen Pusha T.
I
I
know
could call
Pusha
Fat
T.
Joe
Right,
because
right.
I'm
That's
really cool with Pun. Was
Right.
really cool with Pun. Like,
Right.
I can call these people. Like, so that's why it's a bit of a cheat code where somebody like y'all, I always say somebody like y'all is much tougher because for you to get a Fat Joe to sit next to y'all, you got to go through a manager, publicist, schedule. Then he has to see numbers. Then he has to check a clip. And then if he feels like doing it, and if he's around,
Right.
then he'll do it.
Then you still got to wait 3 weeks.
And
to
you
get
still
to
got to wait, whatever. Whereas him, I
And
can
he gonna
call-
hit you with a rider. He gonna want this.
Right,
want that.
right, exactly. Whereas you're 100% correct, Reg, 100%. Because you're gonna get, I need purple M&Ms, I need a gallon of water, I need a bottle of Douce, I need this, that, and a third.
Aquapana and all
By the
kinds of
time they're done
crazy
with the
shit.
interview, they touch none of this shit.
Right.
So a lot of it is ego. I just don't like that Nori is saying that because none of us knew the business. None of us knew the business. And then you knew Puff. So Puff could say, oh, I like Nori. And Nori's personality sells. Like, I'm not ever denying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He does have he based that podcast off of his interviews at the Breakfast Club. Because those interviews were gold. Like, he was amazing as a guest. And then he just basically translated that into podcasting, into Drink Champs. But I just don't like that. Combat was, I want to say, a nobody. He was a lawyer for Rockefeller and came up or whatever. But he saw the vision like, oh, no, I'm going to keep doing this podcast shit. I'm going to keep doing it. So much so that niggas would call him like, yo, how do you do it? What did you do? I remember the days when niggas used to get laughed at when they used to be like, yo, I do a podcast. They'd be like, a podcast? Isn't corny shit are you doing?
Right.
Now everybody in their mama's doing this
Mama
shit.
wants a platform. Yeah.
Everybody in their mama's doing this shit, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what
Sure
I
enough.
didn't like about it. And I know a lot of those people that on the other side personally, and I seen them struggle. I seen them just grind like Mouse. Mouse is not a popular dude. He just isn't. Either you like him or you hate him. I don't know if there's an in between. Me, I've never had a problem with
To
him.
my Mouse Jones.
Mouse Jones, yeah. I've never had a problem with him.
Yeah, I only spoke to him a few times.
But he's
cool.
very like I said.
I mean, if he's an asshole, he's an asshole.
I don't know. I wouldn't even call it asshole. I would just say like, if you book him to be a guest. I don't know if it's a.
I spoke to him a few times about coming on.
It's a 70.
He had told me, yeah,
he'll
but
tell you on the phone. Yo, yeah, definitely, yeah, I'll come through.
He kept telling me like, how's Saturday, how's this, but every time it was always like
when you try to check in to make sure he comes.
No, it was like Reg. It was like it was the Saturday he wanted to come. Reg wasn't gonna be
Right.
here. So it was like I never got with him about a whole.
Right.
I just left it alone.
Right.
But he did. You know what I'm saying? We did have a back
So
and
he
forth.
might be a flake.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
in other words,
He won't be the
only
first
time
one.
niggas don't real. I got interviewed only because Mouse didn't show up. So niggas is just looking at me
niggas
like,
just
yo,
say,
let's just
hey,
interview
yes.
Preach. I'm saying,
Wow.
like, Preach is here. You Preach, you got stories. All right, go ahead. That's the only time where, like, or whatever. But I also felt like, and this is a little personal, but I would see clients who would pay for time and then they'd be so disappointed waiting for him. And it's like, yo, he's not showing up. What are we going to do with this time?
Yeah, gotta have a plan B, man.
I
when
mean,
it comes to
the
these guys.
nigga flaked on 50.
He did?
Yes. I was at 50 G. I was in G Unit's office with Heineken. For whatever reason, I think 50 wanted to meet him. I think I forget what it was. And Heineken hit me. He was like, "Yo, can you get Mouse to come?" I said, "Yeah, I'll call Mouse right now." I called Mouse. I was like, "Yo, Mouse, 50 wants you to come by the office, the 50 Cent office, the G Unit office, out in Times Square." He was like, "All right, bet, cool, whatever." I said, "All right, cool." Like, I'm thinking because it's 50, he's not gonna flake. I'm just thinking he's not gonna flake.
Niggas, anybody could get it.
So I remember I got there early. Me and Heineken were in the waiting room. We just sitting there waiting. And then nigga never showed up.
Sheesh.
And I remember he picked up and he was like, "Oh, you told me the wrong train, blah, blah, blah." I thought there was, I was like,
The train.
yeah, he blamed it on the train or something. And I was like, come on, bro.
Unbelievable.
Come on, son. Like, and you don't know what opportunity
Right.
That could have led to.
that could have led to. I think that's the thing that kind of bothers me a lot about these newer kids is like, you don't know what the opportunity could have been and you got in your own ego. So, but in defense of Mouse, like Mouse was out there early, very early, like working his ass off. So that's why they were shitting on him. I seen Flip shitting on him. He was like, "I don't even know who you are." Like,
When was this? Wait, where did these interactions be
Oh,
happening?
yeah,
I saw it on
yeah.
They said Flip went active mode on Twitter.
But he do a lot of that shit. Like Joe will play a beat and tell him get his shit off, and he'll just sit up and just start blacking.
What is it,
Oh,
on
here it is, right
Patreon?
here.
No, on his regular podcast. Yeah.
Oh, this is what he was talking about? This is the mouse he talking to?
No, I think this.
Yeah. Trying to say Joe the real mouse.
Did Joe and Mouse ever did business together?
Did Joe and Mouse ever do business? No. Once again, like, there's so many, it's weird about this shit. Like, a lot of this stuff is like, Dad, we've been recording this whole time too. A lot of this stuff is like, not territorial. It's like high school. I don't know if that makes sense. It's
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Like, you know the lunchroom? Like, you remember the lunchroom?
Trivial, just don't make those.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this group over here.
Yeah, these
There's
niggas
that
sit
group
there, them
over
niggas sit
this
there, them
group
niggas
over
sit
here,
there.
This
Yeah.
group over here, this group over here. These crews don't really have beef,
They just don't fuck with each other.
but they just don't fuck with him just because this guy might have looked at his girl when he was trying to holler. This one might have said something about this. This one.
Okay.
And I think in podcasts it makes it even worse because everybody wants to be the man. We'll never be like Atlanta where everybody works together.
Is that a podcast problem or a black podcast problem?
Black, definitely a black podcast problem. Like we'll never be like Atlanta. Like we'll never come together to make each other better. Like we'll never do that. And now we got our own platforms. We trying to get our own platforms off the ground. Everybody's throwing shots at each other. My shit is the best.
Right.
Check the numbers. Everything is going. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be the rap game all over again.
I'll tell
check
you
my numbers and all of that.
I'll
bullshit.
tell you one. I think that's probably CSL's biggest mistake that we ever made was that we tried to make it like Atlanta, and it wasn't. We're not built for that. So I took a trip to Atlanta, and everything was going well. And we were going to buy a space in Atlanta. And I was kind of like, yeah, like we could bring all these people together. Mm-hmm. You forget, like, especially with New York, you know, there's still Brooklyn crews. Mm-hmm. And there's Bronx crews, and there's Harlem crews, and there's Queens crews, and for whatever reason that carried over into this industry. And I felt like our effort in trying to do that was like nil. Like we weren't able to do it right. Mm-hmm. Whether it was because of ego, whether it was because of money we should have never spent.
No, but it's like the drug game all over again. It's like fucking selling crack. Like, you know, you tell the crackheads don't go down there. Them niggas got that garbage. Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's and then people's friends get into it. That's what it is. Yo,
yeah.
We ain't like them other niggas.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And now niggas take offense to that bullshit.
Right.
Niggas feel
And then
like they need to clap back.
There's events, and then you're seeing this person at this event, and you don't really like them, or
Exactly.
whatever. Oh, you remember somebody said this subliminal. I got caught up in it too. I beefed with somebody who tried to talk shit about the studio, and I called. But my thing is, I didn't have a platform, so I called them directly, as I would like to do.
Right.
And but even with that, it was like, bro, why would you even do that? Like, if you have an issue, mind you, we were letting you use the spot for free.
For free?
Yeah, this was like years ago. Like we were trying to build a network type thing, but even with that, it was like, yo, nah. Like, oh no, we didn't mean it like that, and but I'm like, yo, I listened to it. Like, people hit me up like, yo, Priest, they said this about you. I was like, what the fuck I do? Like, what the fuck? What happened with that? That's what I mean. Like, it's weird. It's Weirdoville. It's too many. It's like it just became too many kicks. Look at a classic example is like Freaking Frack. That was some like they had momentum, and then personal shit got in the way between them two. And it was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, why did this happen? Like
Personal shit like what?
To this day, I don't even know. Like, I just remember talking to Loon. I'm like, Loon, what's up? Like, why are you and Bruh Man not be? Y'all don't want to get into it. He's just da-da-da. Yo, Bruh Man, what happened? Yo, I'm out in fucking. I think he went on a vacation with his girl. He was like, I'm not even doing this shit. I'm not talking about this shit. So.
And that was it.
And that was it. As recent as the blind date shit.
Yeah, I know he was here, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you had told me like he just has that mindset of wanting to be on by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but
I mean, the only thing wrong with it is to be the way you go about it.
I mean, I feel like, look, like I said, I want everybody to win. I've always felt like everybody should win, but you also got to be realistic of, you know, if you're playing, maybe because I'm getting older. You ever played against somebody on the court and you were just like, he's just better. He's just better than me, man. Like, it's just like.
Sometimes collaboration is better than competition.
Sometimes maybe I'm not going to be able to beat him, but I'll train with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to get to that point.
But niggas don't be on pay homage time. They be like, man, fuck
It's
that
not
nigga.
about paying homage.
But no, I'm talking about acknowledging that the nigga's better than you. Like, a nigga will know he's a nigga better than you and still be like, fuck that nigga.
Sometimes
some niggas don't want to just do the acknowledgement.
And it's like,
the competition is going to speak for itself.
Sometimes, you're 100. Sometimes the competition, there's 2 million of these podcasts. The best one are always going to climb. It's just what it is.
It's just what
the
it
best
is.
one's always going to
They're
climb.
always
If you
going to
look at
just
the
rise out the
formula,
mud.
I always tell people this example. I'm like, yo, if Beyonce started a podcast tomorrow, all you guys are done.
Done.
Done. Like, it's a wrap. Like, it's
She can
over.
start. Listen, all she got to do is talk about her content from when she was coming up.
If Jay Beyonce, Adele, Taylor Swift, any of these high profile, Denzel Washington, you know.
Yeah, because they have the content. They
got the stories.
They
have the stories.
The equity. They have the equity.
stories.
So,
They have the equity. They have the stories.
So when you look behind that curtain,
Beyonce
you're
can
gonna
only
see it.
doesn't probably have. She probably could do one podcast a month.
It's gonna do numbers.
It'll still do crazy numbers.
Tell you, them stories is a mother, man.
It'll still do crazy.
It's gonna
numbers.
do like.
Niggas will love to hear fucking. Yo, y'all want to hear the story about why I didn't do that concert that day? Denzel, yo, you want to hear the story behind what happened? What really happened with Training Day and this happened? Like it's a story. Like nigga,
But they
everybody be
also,
glued to that.
they also grew up in a different time
Yeah,
where
yeah.
there was nobility to this shit. There was more morality where it's like whatever happens there stayed there and we don't need to let that out. It doesn't need to go any further. Like it happened there. It is what he's.
But they do have stories they can tell.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? There is some shit that they can talk about now.
Even Obama did the podcast. Well, he did a few episodes. He's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
and that's where Spotify went wrong at. That's why them niggas went belly up. They didn't get, but they fired the lady that was giving all them shows and all that money out.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
They fired her. She get Barack, Michelle, Amy Schumer, this person.
Yeah,
and they didn't recoup none of that shit. They crapped out.
Because the thing with them, there is a middle ground to it. It's like Barack Obama's not gonna come into a studio every week.
I thought he was doing it from the crib or something.
Yeah, he's not doing that shit on some. And then it's like, unless you're gonna tell stories, nobody's gonna really listen. And mind you, 50% of the country already hates him.
True.
So,
But the haters will still listen.
the haters will probably still listen, but it's like, all right, I'm gonna listen. Like, unless you tell me stories about how we averted a fucking nuclear bomb, and we're getting that every
Yeah,
week.
it did, but there's a lot of shit he ain't gonna be able to talk about.
Oh no, that's another thing. Like, it's not much. I mean, and plus him doing it with Bruce Springsteen, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
About Bruce, yeah.
like no offense, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. About
Yeah,
these struggling-
Spotify gave all
Yeah,
that money
like,
out under the promise that everybody was going to deliver that good old content, and them niggas went belly
It
up.
was like, yo, like another Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer's not liked in the comedian field.
She's not even funny to me, keeping it real with you.
She's not liked in that field. Like she's accused of stealing jokes and all types of shit.
And they gave her a shitload of money.
You know what I
Never
mean?
got that.
It's the podcast came as about personality and plugs.
Yeah, who
If
you
you got
know?
a great personality and you get a plug to great guests, then you're guaranteed success.
Success,
But
for sure.
you know that shit has a shelf life, bro. For real.
Do. Cool. Oh shit.
I didn't like that whole like, oh niggas did fucked up thing, they losing money in their IP. I'm like, nobody knew what the fuck we was doing. Like nobody. It was just audio.
But he was that's what I'm saying. He was hyping up the deals he was getting, and he was closing and comparing them to the deals that people got now and in the past, and
But here's the
started feeling
thing.
themselves.
Okay, now I'll ask both of you guys. How much longer do you think a Drink Champ survives?
Yeah, as long as the people keep coming, it can survive.
No, I'm being realistic. Like if you
I'm
looking
telling
at
you, as long as he keep getting people
Well,
that
with the-
people want to hear from.
With the deal, they got a couple more. They got because what happens is the podcasting is only gonna be a few at the top.
100%.
So the few at the top is gonna be him. It's gonna be Joe. It's gonna be the other Joe. It's gonna be what people actually. Are you gonna call them the premium channels? And then you're gonna have the other ones that's just the niche, you know, like maybe us. They got the cocktail girls, like those are like okay, I know this is what they provide. Nori's gonna get what who he wants to get because of cross collaboration. They invested so much money in Nori that he has no choice but to continue creating content.
100%.
Whether it be from other musicians or they're gonna talk to other execs or comedians or whoever it is. Whoever's in pop culture and that's pushing the needle, they're gonna be on that show.
Yeah, 100%.
Because to me, it seems that there's only like one PR agency or like a few PR agency, and they all doing the same shit in circuit. So if we sign this deal, we're gonna go on Drink Champs eventually. We're gonna go $1 million worth of game eventually. We're gonna go on the Joe Budden.
But you mentioned that. I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that because
the chair, this should make my ass hurt.
What's happening?
I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting on the bone of the couch.
Go ahead.
No, not right there. I'm talking about the chair.
See, but you see how shows like that there's a thin line, and they could fumble it.
Yeah.
That Jay Prince shit was not well received. People did not like that Jay Prince shit.
Well, we all know why. Because
it's
the Joker telling Batman, "Come and get me."
Yeah, but it's also like once again, you all right. As far as like Wallow, and I respect both those brothers. At the end of the day, what are you trying to do? Sit on that?
No.
Oh, thank you.
So closing it. What?
As far as like, unless they're
If I say, hey,
people-
you turn the camera this way?
where you want to sit?
I don't know. That couch is making my ass hurt.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Then just replace the couch, or you want
Oh, just put the-
just put it there. Yeah, that's fine.
That concussion doing a number
Catch the
on you,
mic.
boy.
Like we saw the ramifications of that with that Kanye shit.
But
So you could when he went on them Jewish rants,
yeah.
they put it. You got it. Watch your step.
You right?
They put it out for a day, and they was like, "Yo, we got to pull this shit because we getting too much smoke now."
Because they don't have their own. They don't own their own shit. Like even on the Joe Budden podcast, they say what they want to say. They go hard if it's a black on black situation or whatever the case is. And then as soon as they start touching those subjects, those gray areas, they pull everything
it
back.
back.
They start beeping it out and all this other stuff. So me as a listener realizes like, you know what? You just playing the game that you just getting to it before somebody else gets to it.
Right.
Because you already know you really can't say what you want to say.
Right.
I've seen in a couple of episodes where they say something and because they got partnerships, they got businesses, they can't say what they really want to say.
Right. As long as corporate America is installed into podcasting, then you're already you're limited.
And this is why that Jay Prince interview is probably the equivalent of a rapper talking all that positivity, and then when he's about to release his album, the next single out is some bang bang shoot 'em up shit.
But I think the problem is that a demographic looked at those two men as somebody that was like, nah. If Jay Prince was ever going to be set straight or ever going to be,
You think it would
out,
be them?
Yeah,
People thought it would be them.
we thought it'd be them.
Well, that's the perception of entertainment.
100%.
And it all comes down to where we buy into the brand. We buy into what they're saying. He talks about positivity every day. But it's a one-sided thing. He's sparring with no one. Now, when you got somebody in the room with you and it's sparring, that energy is a little different. You may have your plan to say something, but you got to understand, after this interview, you still got to see me. After this interview, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. It's the same difference. He could talk all that positivity talk until the energy is reciprocated and the person says, yo, I don't know what you talking about.
Right.
What you mean by that? I even heard some stuff on Clubhouse where a Prince was talking to another podcaster, and that same energy that he has on his podcast, it was kind of like timid. He was trying to reflect the situation.
Of course. Because
You know
you
what
can
I'm
talk all that shit. It is, at the end of the day, podcasting and what people have to, it is entertainment. It just is entertainment. Whether you bring your personality, whether it's Andrew Tate, like that's a person. That's not really him.
The only person that talk they shit, and he says, yo, I'm coming for you because you guys are only tough around your own people.
Tax.
Is maybe Tax and Charleston White.
Well, Charleston White, I actually agreed with because that whole check-in, if you go to Houston, they ain't you don't do that shit with no
Your
Taylor
man
Swift.
Joe was really riding for the check-in though.
But no, I like the way he explained it.
I do
like the way he explained it.
Who
because
explained it?
The way Joe had explained it.
How do you
because
explain it?
Basically how he explained it was, he was saying that, well, you go to Virginia or Connecticut or something like that, right? And you go there, you got a booking in the club, you in a strip club, whatever. Now he was like, there niggas that's even that rap in Connecticut, that's not even get booked in Connecticut. The streets see that, and they don't like that.
That's not my problem.
Exactly. But now what happens is the niggas, the quote unquote dudes that were checking is like, hey, I'm just putting you on. The streets see that, and they don't like that.
The streets don't like that, but y'all not buying your man's shit.
I get it.
That make no sense.
But he's saying, but the way he's saying it is like, listen, the streets see that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that you coming to the town, you know what I'm saying, getting money, blah, blah, blah. Now, I guess for whatever you want to charge, whatever, I could put a stop to that. Let me know you coming. I'll put the streets on smash. You be good wherever you go.
Fam,
That's the dumbest.
this-
That's got to be the dumb. And I'm not even a big Charleston White fan, but that is just the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It is dumb, but the funny shit about it is,
you're
No,
saying it
you
makes
said
sense.
it makes sense. Make it make sense.
No, I'm not saying no. I said I like the way he explained it.
He didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I
but
like the way he.
however he
I like the
explained
way
it,
he explained
it just sounds
now,
dumb.
what he said, no. Now, what I think he should have said, he did say is, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. Yo, man, I'm coming to the town. I just want to. You don't have to do
That's
that.
the
So you can
same
move.
That's
equivalent
crazy.
of
You can move however you want to move.
That's
Imagine
extortion,
Bob
bro.
Dylan or
You can
a
move.
like.
But that's what I'm saying. But they talked about that too. Somebody of a Taylor Swift caliber. Number
like-
one, they don't even move in the same circles. Number
Because you
two,
don't think there's singers that
singers that what?
in Virginia that are white, blonde hair, blue eyed singers and that look like or as good or
But
play
they
the
don't move.
guitar.
But they don't move at the same circles as the niggas that's coming in there.
But that's
What's
the,
the
that's,
same
that's the
circles,
problem.
though?
No, it's not, because we're talking about the urban areas. The only niggas that's talking about that checking
Well, it's
shit
an
is the
urban
niggas
problem. That's an urban problem.
we all know that.
Oh no, okay. As long as it's like we understand. I can't
We all know
imagine.
that.
Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing with New York. Like this idea where we literally.
First of all, everybody in New York does not know everybody.
No.
There's a lot of moving pieces going in and out of the city. If the person that has to check in has to find that person, that means the city is too small. There's no way in hell, because I'm coming to your town.
Right.
I gotta go through the Rolodex of niggas to check in with and say, yo, I'm coming to your town. Look out for me.
Right.
And because of look out for me, here's my gratitude. Here's my donation. No, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And you don't. And like I said before, you don't have to do that. Check-in is that whole check-in and shit. The whole check-in and shit is nowhere near mandatory.
The bullshit is that this is what ends up happening. I think we've all been in this situation. Okay, if I'm an artist who's going to that Virginia strip club or a small club to get my name out, and I don't pay in that check-in fee or whatever, or just check it, whatever. What happened? One of the goons come in when I'm about to start my show, pop a few in the air, everybody disperses, show's done. I possibly may not get paid. I get a bad rap. And now I'm no longer invited in that specific club, and I can't grow there now.
What if you checking in with a nigga that don't like you?
But there are niggas that do that shit because number one, they don't know no better. You're not from there. The nigga could be lying to you. Nigga could be telling the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
niggas do that. You fall for some niggas fall for that okie doke because they don't know no better.
Niggas,
you can't tell a nigga that ain't never been to motherfucking Chesapeake, Virginia, that niggas don't get down how they get down. You can wave it off. Yeah, all right, whatever, nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm good wherever I go.
Right.
You could be one of them niggas and check your chances, or you could take a nigga for face value and be like, you know what? Look out for me. I ain't from there. I don't know what's gonna go on. Some niggas do that, yo.
No, I understand. No, I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying how dumb it is.
No, it's dumb. It's dumb. But I'm saying you have rappers that don't know no better.
You can't.
And I'm telling you, I understand why some guys do it because you got guys that
So
don't
you mean
know
to tell
no
me
better.
it's going to
You capping for
transition?
them.
You mean it's going to transition into people doing podcasts? So if y'all do a live podcast in Chicago, and there are local podcasts that aren't really popping, but then y'all do it at a spot, it's like
I believe. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're trying to get at. But it's every scenario is different. It's more or less
every industry.
I think
is
it's gonna always be a more or less a music thing. It's gonna always be like that. Cause you got it's just niggas is going nigga. And I'm just saying I'm not saying I agree with it. I just say I understand why a nigga will do it. A nigga going to a city, a nigga don't know no better.
Yeah, but you're mad because you're not supporting your man's shit. That's the craziest part. You're mad because
But how do you know? Like, you gotta check in with somebody that's running this part. But remember, if they running that part, they also beefing with somebody else that's in that town.
Right.
Dudes is not just gonna say, "Yo, I'm the king of this town." It's the mayor, it's the
Right.
city council,
Right.
then it's me.
Whoa, cool.
This is not no fucking
That's what I'm
DC
saying. Like
comics
that's
or
what
no
I'm saying.
Marvel
Like
comics.
somebody like a Jay Prince.
This ain't no comic book. This is real life
The whole
shit.
situation with a Jay Prince, this whole idea where it's like you have to check in with Jay Prince if you want to go to Houston. Like what? Like last time I checked, yeah, there's a mayor, there's a governor, like, and they probably looking at you like, what the get the fuck out of here? What are you talking about? You know, you see what I'm saying? So I just don't think the whole thing is like nonsense, bro.
It's levels, and then who does Jay Prince have to check in with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's everything about levels. I haven't heard the interview, but I do know like the reaction. I don't be surprised. Like sometimes I can see it. Like them dudes is signing deals. Once you sign a deal for that money, you giving up something.
You always.
Always. So, or you're going to turn into a machine that you're going to be cranking out product. This is probably why Joe says, you know what? I want y'all niggas to fail. Because when y'all niggas fail, I'm the example or I have the template of how to survive.
Well, it's not necessarily true because let's not forget, Joe did take the big bag at Spotify.
And he caught on that he wasn't.
Caught on
worth-
him. Wasn't,
And then
wasn't
what did
so
corporate
big.
America tell him? Corporate America is like, you're not as hot as you really think you are
Right.
globally.
Right.
You're not as hot as you think
And
you are
then-
globally, bro. You're
and then-
not. Like, Joe Rogan does millions and millions
Yes.
of downloads
And
every
then
episode.
It helps that Joe Rogan has guests where he actually speaks with and he actually lets them talk too.
That's what but see,
So-
that's why, and you know
But Joe
what? Joe,
has
he
it.
doesn't get
Rogan-
enough credit for that because Joe has a much better interviewing talent than Nori has.
His more, Rogan is way more in depth with his
Way
conversation.
more in depth.
Yeah. Way more
It's
in
way
depth.
more. It's not intrusive.
Right.
They'll drink and not get drunk by the end.
Right.
Like, it's not saying that Joe Rogan doesn't have his bad parts. Like, don't get me wrong. When you're helping people like spread misinformation, that's one thing I don't necessarily agree with. But at the end of the day, like, Joe Rogan is a great conversationalist. Howard Stern is a great conversationalist.
I think it's the atmosphere of a warming conversation. The tone of the conversation is always inviting for you to talk about yourself. It's a more relaxing tone,
Right.
So when they come in and like,
And he's a cheat but he's still a cheat code.
No, his guests are way more high profile.
That's what I'm saying.
He will. His plateau will always be, I think, above the
Joe
rest
Rogan is
because of
he's
the people
rare
that
air.
he talks to. Man,
He's rare air because he could literally, if you think about it, he could have anybody on his show.
yes,
Yeah,
and
'cause think about
he has had.
He's
He can have a
anybody.
president,
yeah.
and he can have a Freddie Gibbs.
They gotta understand he's,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
an
Like,
actor. Like he
range.
was that. He was at one point. He was.
Range.
I saw that he was actor. He was this. He was
Yeah.
that. Like it's the equity there. It's the.
He had the industry's first of all. You hosted a popular show. You were on the road as a comedian,
Right.
and you were an actor,
And then you were into MMA.
and you were into and
Now
you
you're
exactly.
UFC,
So
which,
then-
which
You
you
literally
still
checked
are.
off all industry boxes there.
Right.
So
But
you
get
can
the
have, like I
men
said,
demographic.
you can have an ex president. You can have,
But his range is incredible. Like
Incredible.
He had Ashley Larry on there.
but Joe tried to do that and nobody believed him when he tried to interview that the Navy SEALs who caught Bin Laden.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but that
that
I mean,
inter-
he's
we
but
asked
yeah,
him,
he's trying to.
Yeah, but we already asked that question. He already answered those questions, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
that's already been taken. Like that's already been snatched. So when you compete like that, you're not gonna win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time check.
Yeah, that's true.
What episode is this? 101.
101.
101.
Hey, 101. Podcasting 101, boys and girls.
Wow, what an intro!
Podcasting 101.
What a prelude.
Yeah. Some people ain't gonna like it, but some people ain't gonna understand it, but it is what it is. The podcast game is just like everything else. It's competitive. I think more collaboration and less division would definitely make everyone rise at the same time. But that's just my little 2
This shit is
cents.
rap. Buy my album. Fuck them niggas.
No.
This shit is rap.
Y'all want to make it rap, and then when they start busting y'all shit down to streams,
Them niggas
y'all
pussy.
gonna cry.
Bow, bow. That's all this shit is.
Yeah, all right.
All this shit is
When
subs and dubs.
when them
I think that's what it, subs
and dubs.
Yeah.
You know, that's
When
all
them-
this shit
when them
is. y'all.
A
French
whole bunch of
niggas-
subliminals.
You know what I'm saying?
and,
Let's start a platform so we can talk crazy
When
about
them French-
whoop-de-woo and them niggas, man. Fuck
Whoop-de-whoop.
them niggas, man.
When them
Niggas
French-
is pussy. Niggas won't come up in the studio and say that.
Right.
That's all this shit is, B.
when them French niggas come in and they say, you know what,
Get your man in some shit.
0.2
Right.
on the stream, motherfuckers gonna be crying.
Subs and dubs and get your man in some shit. Hey, yo, I heard that shit y'all said about Reg, B. Come up here right now. My man to slap the shit out you. Now I done put him in some shit.
But,
Now I
it's
done
not,
put
but
Reg
you're not
in
even
shit. Reg
seeing,
slap the shit out you right now. Come up here right now, bitch ass nigga.
you're not even seeing that on the other networks or the other, like, you're not seeing it in like the pot, like, I don't even want to call it white podcast networks because I wouldn't even label it like that. But you're not seeing that with like Joe Button not Joe Rogan's beefing with this podcast or like everybody's just like, yo, we do our thing and we keep it
Look,
pushing.
the whole thing about it is this: if you create a lane and have a niche topic or a niche product, You don't have to worry about anybody else.
Anybody, 100%.
The podcasters that I listen to them for a specific reason because they offer this and they give me a value for my time.
Right.
If you have that and you don't talk about what she said or he said or whatever the case is, it can work. If us and another podcast interview the same person, we're not asking the same questions. I don't see that as biting. One is exposure for that person, and it also shows that they're doing their job. They're making their rounds. Like, I don't worry about what the next part is doing. I don't worry about what anybody is doing because my questions is going to be unique to my guests and how I formulate them, ask them, and present it. Stop worrying about everybody else.
So what you gonna do if we start beefing another part?
I'm not beefing with anybody. I don't see competition.
What
so
you
it
gonna do
doesn't
if they
matter.
start beefing with you?
You been beef with your mother. Don't beef with me.
So if they start throwing subs, what we gonna do? We gonna nuck if we buck? What we gonna do? We gonna act like we don't hit? What we gonna do? I just want to know how we gonna handle it.
I never seen an elephant argue with a.
How we gonna fuck all them fucking metaphors? How we gonna handle it?
I just told you. If you want to get froggy, go out there.
No. Well, you gonna let me go by myself?
You seem like you want to.
How we gonna handle it? That's what I want to know. If niggas start talking crazy, them life niggas is pussy. How we gonna handle that?
Real G's moving silence.
How we gonna handle that?
Real G's moving silence.
I know. How we gonna handle that?
I just told you.
How we gonna handle that?
I just told you.
So if we see them niggas in the street, what happen? What we gonna do? And them niggas don't let us walk past. We gonna handle our BI?
First of all, it will have to get back to me. That's one.
It's gonna get back.
If
I'm gonna
I
make
ain't
sure it
hearing
get
your
back.
shit-
I'm gonna let you know. If
hearing
niggas
your
are talking
shit-
crazy, you can always count on me to let you know your niggas is talking greasy
If
out
I
here,
ain't
my
hearing
nigga.
your shit,
And then you want to be like, listen, I appreciate your nonviolent approach. Don't get it fucked up.
No,
Don't get it fucked up.
No.
I appreciate your nonviolent approach. Man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can
See
beat
that
the world.
preach?
What?
You see that?
You have a
See that?
nonviolent? No.
You see that? You see that's the problem
you're
right
turning
there.
it into something else.
No.
You're trying to make it seem like
Here's the problem. My approach to you thinking is nonviolent. By any means, I will put you down.
Oh, no,
I've never said I'm a nonviolent person.
Right.
If we have to do the dance, we're gonna do it.
that's all I want to know.
You know what I'm saying? So don't make it seem like I'm pussy.
that's
I'm
all I
on
wanna
some.
know.
I'm on some MLK shit. Turn up. No, you ain't turning no other cheek here.
Nah, you on MLK shit. You be fucking them white girls.
Yeah, if they come around, yeah.
You fucking
But
them
we
white girls.
ain't doing no turn the other cheek and all that stuff. I ain't that person. Beef with me, you might as well beef with your mother.
See, so
I ain't the one.
So you with it? That's
Hey,
so. See,
man.
I just want to know if my man.
Like I
is with it.
said,
That's
man.
all. I just want to know if my
Like
man
I
is
said,
with it.
He just want to know if you gonna
I just want to know if my man with it.
Like I
wanna know if
said,
you
man, I know how to talk around the mics.
I just want to know if you with it. That's all, man.
A lot of
Niggas
people-
out
a
here,
lot of
they
people
talk-
don't.
Nothing has been brought to us. Like I don't even.
ain't.
I don't think nothing ever will be brought to us. But at the same time,
Shit.
I just want to know if you going. You know.
All right, y'all.
That's it.
On
That's
a
good.
lighter note, you went away.
No, can we get into your business first?
No, be in your business. Your business.
No, because
Ski
it's
trip
always
Duce.
me. Why we can't start with you?
I ain't been doing shit.
Yes, you are.
I have not.
Yes,
I've been
you have
trying
been.
to stay
Because
sucker free.
I think my business is going to take a little bit longer. Because can we get into your business? Because you like to keep your shit short and sweet.
Why my business? Well, I don't have nothing
Because
to talk about.
yes, you do.
Not this week.
Yes,
That
you
shit
do.
was boring.
Yes, you do, Reg.
What did you see?
I
that
want
was
to talk about how you
interesting?
was in the chop house with the big titty joint.
Big titty joint.
Yeah, well, that's what it looked like. Yeah. Who was that? You niggas always remind me of. Who was that? Who's the lucky woman? Somebody you knew? Somebody you just met? Somebody you trying to, she on your dick? What's going on with that?
It was somebody, a good friend of mine.
Yo, come. Yo, preacher, I hate this nigga when it's his turn to go.
That's a good friend of mine.
I hate this nigga. When it's me, he want to know what he
It was
want to
a
know if she was
birthday
bouncing
dinner.
on the dick from the front of the back. He
It
want
was
to
a
know
birthday dinner.
He want to
What?
know if I had a head sticking out the window. He want to know all that shit with me.
It was a birthday dinner.
All right. Well, you took out for her birthday, correct?
Yeah.
All right then. Niggas ain't just doing that for any old body. So, Reg, who this?
It was okay. It was a lady.
I know it was a lady. I said, who is this? Somebody you've been in your life, somebody brand new, somebody you just started like talking to and it became something else. Like,
Nah, ain't nothing. Somebody I was talking to.
somebody you've been talking to.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna tell me who it is? Do I know her personally? Not personally. Like, do I know her from knowing you? Do I know her from knowing you?
Yeah.
So I do know her.
Yeah, you know him.
Heard you.
But it was cool. It was. I guess Brooklyn Chop House. It's the experience. It's not.
Is it good?
I give it a
I've never heard good. I've never heard good.
You had the French
reviews.
fries?
No, I didn't have the French fries. We had we had steak, some dumplings,
Dumpling.
some Philly steak cheesesteak, egg rolls, some rice, and some what was it, orange sweet and sour chicken.
That good old tea. Inside joke. That good old tea.
I've been
That good old tea.
I've been
Oh,
it's okay.
shit.
It's more so for the ambiance. We went to the one in Times Square.
Okay. How many are there?
It's two. One around
So,
the
one around the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
And one at a time.
Yeah. And I mean, the service was good. Service was definitely good. The vibe is okay. Couple of, like you go out with somebody, you always see some work out there. There was some nice work out there, boy.
Grouped with niggas or like just
Yeah, with
grouped up
niggas.
With niggas.
I think that's what I think that like when you sign your record deal, you go there.
That's where you go?
Yeah.
Oh, so you saw niggas there. You saw known niggas there with some work.
I seen niggas that look like they rappers.
No, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
What's next on the restaurant tour? Catch State? Tell the truth.
no.
Why you ain't taking it there?
No. I don't I'm not like, for some reason, I've been running through like these spots or whatever. It's hype. The food quality overall to me is not there when you go to these spots. I'm talking about from the past couple of places I've been to. I'm not really hype on that, so I might as well do something else with my time. Go to a spot that's known for their drinks than their food, because it's okay.
So basically, the big name spots are just hype.
Yeah, it's hype. It's hype.
They food ain't really what everybody cracks it up to be.
Nah. When's the last time you been someplace where the name lived up to the food?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not an expensive restaurant type of guy anyway. I mean, I'll do it, but it's like, you know what I'm saying. If I have my choice, I'll be, you know what I'm saying. The lady's gonna be like, oh, that's that broke shit. Nah, I've never been in an expensive restaurant. I've never been to Philippe's in my life. I never even been to Roof Chris, yo. I'm gonna keep it real. I never even been to Roof Chris. Like, I know some places where they got some bomb ass steaks. Like, it's the type of guy I am. I like Korean. Like, I'm a big Korean barbecue fan. So you can catch me at the spot where you could cook your food in a little pot in the middle of the table and shit like that. I like a little shit like that. I like what I like. So that's like my favorite restaurant right now, Korean barbecue. Like, for some reason I just
What
love
specific
that spot.
one?
The one on
Sangwon.
It's on East 50 something.
Sangwon.
I don't know the name. They just opened a new one actually. Or it's on East 50 something. Gaia something.
Oh man.
But it's Korean barbecue. Well, you just put Korean barbecue in the Google Maps, and all
So you
of
go to
all of them
Koreatown?
gonna come up. No, it's not in Koreatown. It's not in Koreatown. But yeah, I never been an expensive restaurant kind of guy.
What about you, Bridge?
I'm a simple guy, God. Like pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm simple.
Pizza
bro.
days do get you the pussy.
Oh no,
down.
I do Thai. No, okay, I do. All right, Thai.
Thai?
Thai. I like
Yeah,
Thai.
Thai's dope.
Yeah.
Thai, that's a go-to right there.
So what happened after the chop?
My home.
That's it.
Yeah. That's about it.
You saying that a lot of bass in your voice. You heard Priest. Am I the only one that detected that?
Word. Went home. Wow.
It's like underneath that he was like, "You want, yeah, nigga, mind your business." It's like, that's what I detected. That's what I detected.
I went home, man.
All right, you want to pivot it back on me? All right, go ahead.
That
What you gonna say?
fucking
What you
shit
call
was
me? Ski
crazy.
Trip do say?
I see you with the nice robe. I see you with the slippers. I see you just chilling with the nice quote.
Oh, that's just me. That's just me being. That's just me being me, man.
I never seen a nigga name do say so modest a damn.
I'm just chilling.
That's just me.
Oh yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm trying to get
up.
I'm trying to get with
See
him.
this shit?
Yeah, because a lot of niggas been stealing my sauce lately. So I just want to let them know, I hit it first. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I mean? I ain't about nothing.
So where'd you go?
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We had a cabin out there. Me and a shitload of my buddies went out to Gatlinburg. Reg, you were missed. I got a lot of where's Reg, and you know they're gonna ask me.
They probably annoyed you too.
It's first of all, it's six. It's a gang of six of us, but everybody asks me where's Reg.
Right.
So I mean, it didn't get annoying, but it was just like
They don't have his number. But
yeah,
okay,
but
right.
it's just like when you see the gang and you look around and like, where's Reg? So Reg, he definitely was missed. I don't want him to think. The ladies they definitely did ask about you. That's for damn. That's
Thank you,
for damn
ladies.
sure.
Thank you, ladies. Far too kind.
The ladies definitely did ask about you. But it was a good experience. I will say this though. I am 38 years old. I'll be 39 this June, right? Out of my 38 years, I think skiing is by far the hardest thing I've ever tried to do.
So
By-
you really
by
tried to
far.
shoot. I mean, you really tried to go skiing.
Yes, I really tried to go skiing. First of all, let me start from the beginning. First of all, our ski instructor, shout out to Danny. Everything he told me did not work. Everything from how to stop, from how to turn left, from how to turn right. None of that shit worked. The way you're supposed to stop on skis is when you get to a certain spot where you want to stop, you're supposed to take your legs and turn them this way. Like they call it the pizza.
Okay.
So you're supposed to pick your leg like this until they slice the pizza. Always keep your knees bent and put your leg like this, and then you're supposed to stop. Pizza, I kept on fucking going. It's like you gotta, with skiing, you gotta like turn your hips or some shit like that. You gotta like put the foot forward, but then your leg gonna go back here. You know, a ski is fucking this big, so now your leg is, oh man, like your body is contorting in so many different fucking ways.
You was doing Strombolis.
I don't know what first of all, I was doing shit my body, I didn't even know my body could do. But
Was you sore?
hell yeah, I was sore. And shout out to the house masseuse, Crystal. She got me right. Yeah, it was just, skiing is just so fucking hard, man. And then you got people out there that just make it look so easy. But it's like, I'm on the bunny slope, mind you. And this is before the big gigantic hill that everybody just told me to attempt because we were there. But I'm on the bunny slope just trying to slide, because at the bottom of the bottom of the bunny slope, there's the ski lift to bring you back up to the top of the bunny slope. So I'm just trying to master my little mechanics before I go up in this motherfucker. So, but I can't even get that out. I ran into the white lady, man. Her son all mad. He thought I killed his mom's. But, going on that. And then on top of that, it's like at the bunny slope, they're doing construction down there. So if you really don't stop, you can take your ass over the joint.
This sounds all bad.
It was really all bad. So, and then I get peer pressured by my friends to go and try the Gigantor, as I call it, right?
The Gigantor.
So I get up there. I'm on the ski. My first time on the ski lift. I had no idea the ski lift don't come with no seatbelt, no nothing. You just got to sit there and don't move and go up the joint.
Yeah.
So I'm scared. I'm scared as a motherfucker. I'm holding on to the handle. I'm looking up. I'm looking down because I got to make sure my skis in front of me because them shit's long as fuck. Pause. So I finally get to the top. So I got my man with me, and he's like, "Yo, when you get to that certain joint, just jump up."
Right.
I couldn't even get that right. I get off the lift. I'm wobbling and shit. So now there's what he didn't tell me was you have like 2 intermediate hills before you get to Gigantor and go all the way back down to the bottom.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. Let me interrupt you for 1 second. Out of the 6 of you, there's six people in this group.
No, I'm talking about out of me and Reg and I's personal group.
How many? That personal group. How many
Three of
people
us.
were on this trip?
Oh, on the trip?
Well, skiing. How many people were skiing?
Oh, it was I guess about 8 of us.
Okay, out of all 8 of y'all, well, 7 because you can't ski. 7 of them could ski and you couldn't.
Well, I'm not gonna say they can ski, but they did the hill and I couldn't.
Okay, all right.
They did the hill and I couldn't.
All right.
So what I wasn't made aware of these 2 little intermediate hills, because you got to go boom and you got to go boom and then it's the hill. So you got to go down straight and then you got to it's one straight intermediate hill. Then you make a right and then it's another one. It's the other one, right? So now the first intermediate hill that goes downward, I'm going backwards. I fall, I get back up, I fall again. I do the turn, the right-handed intermediate hill. That one was all bad because they tell you if you can't get up, just take the ski off. So that's what they tell you. If you can't get up, just take the ski off. So now I take the ski off like 4 times.
Yo, what is going on right
I finally get to the Gigantor, right? I get to the middle of that hill. I'm trying to stop because now it's like when you trying to stop, you don't even realize you got the sticks in your hand with the spike at the bottom to go. I'm just trying to stop. So that one went bad. Like that's when I thought I was almost concussed because I hit my head so hard. Ski mask flew, ski goggles flew. My glasses inside the goggles, they flew. And and it's like, and and it's the funny shit about it's like you guys ever been in a predicament where you was just like, help me, and nobody hear you? Like I was just laying in that snow like, help me. And and then one ski had a mind of his own, and it just went.
Oh,
so now it's
boy.
like people behind me is trying to maneuver out the way. And
so you're pretty much roadkill.
yeah, I'm
Just
roadkill at that
yo.
point. The little 8-year-old boy, that nigga said shing, shing. And he like, The snowboard
And you had
dude,
never skied before this.
I've never skied before that.
What made you think?
I've never skied before. But I mean, no, I didn't go into it because usually when I come on here with that cockiness and arrogance,
Right.
because that's what I put out. That's what I put out in the world. That's my own affirmation. You know what I'm saying? That I could do shit. So I didn't go into that shit like, man, I can ski, man. Give me them sticks, man.
I don't need no manual.
I can ski, man. Yeah, man. I don't need no. Oh, you sound like my daughter's mother. She swear to God, she hates when I put my daughter my daughter's older now, but when I used to put my daughter's toys together, I wouldn't look at the manual. I would just sit the box in front of me and put it together like that.
I don't need no manual.
One doll, and the very first dollhouse, I put the elevator on upside down, and she would never let me. She would never let me live that down. She don't want to talk about the other 17 toys I put together just by looking at the box. But that's anything. I put my coffee table together just looking at the box. I don't read instructions. That's just me. But anyway, getting back to the story. I finally get up and I walk down the hill. I took the skis off. I held them shits in my hand. I held the sticks in my hand, and I just walked down. I walked down the rest of the way. And they caught me on camera walking down, and they said, "Duce, what's wrong?" When I got to the bottom, I slammed the skis down. I said, "Fuck this shit. I don't want to do it no more." And I stood there and we waited for everybody else to finish skiing, and then we left. But that was my skiing. I don't think I'll do that again. I don't that don't agree with me. Like, it's like I want to try snowboarding. I really do, but that might be worse than the skiing.
So you're gonna do this? You're gonna do this again or no?
What?
Ski.
No.
Maybe you should try snowboarding.
I'm one and done in skiing, huh?
Maybe snowboarding.
But that's what I just said. I mean, I want to do it, but I don't know. That might be worse than the skiing. I'll try it though. But as for skiing, no, I'm not doing that no more. So now there's snowboarding left and there's snowmobiling left. If them two go left, it's over for me.
Snowmobiling. I don't think it shouldn't be difficult.
You fucked that up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's pretty. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that should be like ATV.
You ever jet ski
in the
before?
snow. Yeah,
you should be.
Same shit. Oh, okay, cool.
But he don't.
I'm talking like I've done it.
But jet skis, but no, I've done but jet skis is like open water. It's like how can you?
Right.
How can you? I don't understand how
It's
people
the
turn
trees
jet skis
for me,
upside
bro.
down, and I live for the wave. Like I want the wave to come so I can jump it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just never understood how people like turn jet skis upside down.
And you know how to swim.
Yes.
Okay.
That I know. That I do know how to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I do know how to do. Right, Reg?
I think
If I can't do anything else, I can swim. Right?
Reg, you can swim.
No.
No. Don't worry, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't either. I'm learning this summer.
I'm not
though.
a strong swimmer, so I don't classify that as me being a swimmer. I'm not a strong swimmer. I can't swim for a distance. So no.
No, I'm just saying if you got dropped in the ocean, you'd be able to like.
Would you ever take like survive?
Short. Short, very short.
That salt water ain't no joke.
Yeah.
And who taught you how to swim?
I actually learned I learned Boys and Girls Club for the most part.
Oh, okay.
But then most of it came from just being a little hood bugger, just learning on the fly.
Right.
Learning how when niggas stop up the sprinkler and there's a whole bunch of dirty water. And now y'all niggas in there doing that shit. Yeah, I done did all of that, man. I'm a little hood bugger, man. I didn't.
That's great.
Did
Stop
all
up
that
with
shit.
sprinkler.
In the building where I grew up, you never seen nobody do that?
No.
Like stop up the sprinkler drain and the water comes up?
No.
You never
Where?
In Harlem.
No, like in the street, like where?
Well, I mean, where I've done it at was, you know how the building where I grew up at, right? You know how it's one big complex.
Yeah.
There's a courtyard in the back.
Okay.
You know, a gigantic courtyard, and then it was like one Pacific, just sprinkler pit. So what happened was in there, niggas would stop the drain up, and because it was like I said, it was a sprinkler pit. You got to step in and go in and shit like that. And we would stop the drain up, and the water would come up, and niggas would be swimming in that little dirty ass water.
Man.
Yeah, man, niggas did that hood booger shit, man. Word. Well, yeah, I learned. Well, like I said, Boys and Girls Club is where I learned the essentials, and then everything else is just like I just picked up on my own, and it turned out good for me. But overall, skiing was an experience to say the least. But I don't think I'll do it. I don't think I'll do it again. I don't even think I ever had skiing on my bucket list, to be honest. But it was an experience though. It was something I attempted. I came, I saw, did not conquer, not by a long shot. And no, I don't think I'll do skiing again. It's not for me. And I think I could do a lot of things, but skiing ain't for me. I met my match with that ski shit. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
I'm all the way good.
Moving right along.
What's up?
Lately a lot. I don't know if you've been following. What you think about ChatGPT?
What I think about it?
Yeah.
Well, from what I looked up, it's kind of like that. I don't know. You remember that SimSimi shit we had back in like 2011, 2012? Yeah, it was like the very first AI, but like the world wasn't what it is today. So we like used that shit for a bunch of dumb shit. We would access. It's called SimSimi, SimSemi. ChatGPT is kind of it came out like 2012, like 2011, 2012 when it came.
SimCity?
No, SimSimi, SIM. It's in the App Store now. It's still alive. SIMI. It kind of gave me like when I read up on ChatGPT, it gave me that vibe. But like I said,
you haven't used it though. You haven't used.
No, I used to use it.
Okay.
But
no,
like
I'm
I
talking
said,
about ChatGPT. You haven't used.
No.
You have to.
I haven't used it. But shit, it sounds like to me like ChatGPT is trying to get people out of here.
Oh yeah,
it's trying to get
people trying to get people out of here.
Yeah, but I think in that the way companies are trying to use ChatGPT, it's like people have a hard time speaking to customer service as it is. Like people like to speak to real people for some because things like ChatGPT they answer shit, but they may not answer shit all the time in a way a person would. And this is why people always try to bypass that, press 1 for this, press 2 for this. They want to speak to a person. And I think that's just something that's just not gonna, I don't think it's gonna die all the way.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what ChatGPT is not gonna necessarily.
ChatGPT.
But it looks like, but I'm saying it looks like to me that's what they're trying to do with it. Like companies are trying to invert that ChatGPT for information.
No. ChatGPT is more so, it's an AI based
it's AI based, right?
program that allows you anything that you think about, or like let's say you type in a dog chasing a cat, they will actually create an image of a dog chasing a cat based on what you said.
Well, there's certain. Well, I don't know. Well, ChatGPT, there are apps that can do that. I don't know if that's necessarily connected with ChatGPT.
No,
basically.
it does.
Well, from
it creates images. It creates images. It creates suggestions. It'll literally write you a paper.
No, I know.
It'll definitely transcribe. So people that do transcription, descriptions of stuff, it definitely can replace you. It can even create
100%.
It can even create a song.
Yeah, I know.
Create a song, create a score, create a movie. It can create anything that you want. So therefore,
By secretaries.
The workplace is definitely going to.
You know what I'm saying?
No, sexy. What you're talking about is much more customer service.
But I see companies that are trying to integrate ChatGPT in that aspect.
You're right. Where I'd rather speak to a person than
But
here's my code.
You know how many websites I go to now, and I'm trying to look for like I guess a customer service number, or they say like,
you can't find
now
it.
You got to go to now. It's like it's now like if what you want to know is not infrequently asked questions, you have to go to their message box and wait for somebody to get back to.
The chat box.
If that's even a real person,
right?
If somebody get back to you in 24 to 48 hours now.
But the thing is this: with that ChatGPT, it will have a whole conversation with you with the same emotions and feelings of an actual person.
But that's the thing. You don't know who you talking to now. Like when Best Buy would do, like when
No. Like I get you talking about the bots. These ain't the bots. These is actual people where they're gonna pull up information. They're gonna have real conversations with you.
No, you saying ChatGPT is not a person.
No, it's an artificial intelligence. But however, it's gonna have. You're not gonna even want to say, "Let me talk to a real person." You're not gonna have the option to say, "Yo, I want to talk to a rap or anything like that."
That's what I'm talking about.
It's gonna create a dialogue that you don't know that you're talking to a computer.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said customer service reps might be obsolete. But from what I read, ChatGPT, their data only goes up to 2021, so it's not fully.
Yeah, this SimCity thing looks a little like.
That's what it reminds me of.
It looks like very like Lonelyville, like.
But did you download it or you just?
No, I'm just looking at the example. It's just basically somebody AI.
It's the same. It's like okay, I'm gonna give you an example, right? When that came out, niggas in Paris was popping, right? Okay. So what happened was, like with that, I remember when I first used it, I wanted to see it like it can go back and forth with you with a rap song. Like say that part of niggas in Paris.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's what I'm saying. Like right here, it gives an example. Like all right, so if I say hi. And then it can say hi, and then you say, "Do you miss me?" And it'll respond, "I miss you a lot."
Yeah, it'll keep going with you.
And I'm like,
in those rap lyrics, it knows a lot of shit.
Wasn't that they had something like that before? before this SimSimi thing. That
No,
you
that's
should-
the only one I know about.
But that's
used to
kind of
do-
that's not weird to y'all. Like,
But like I said, what I'm trying to tell you is we had that type of technology before. But in 2012, obviously, it wasn't. The world wasn't what it is today.
Like
so we
Chat
were just using it for a whole bunch of
like
dumb
Chat
shit.
GPT, you could ask it to write a contract, it'll write a contract.
Right.
Well, okay, I understand that. Now, like I said, I was going to download SimSimi
No,
if
I'm
you guys
good.
pay,
I'm good.
and try. and I'm telling you, this shit might do something. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
Yo.
basically, this is what it says on the website. So ChatGPT is owned by OpenAI, which is the parent company.
Yeah, open
Oh no,
AI.
Right.
you didn't find out what happened recently.
About in terms of-
Microsoft.
Yeah, the way they double down and they continue to invest more money. That part.
well, no, they ain't.
Well, that a lot of people. I don't know. Let me
yeah,
get
yeah,
to this.
yeah, my bad.
So OpenAI's mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence (AGI), by which we mainly highly autonomous systems that outperform humans at most economically valuable work benefits all of humanity. We would attempt to directly build safe and beneficial AGI, but we'll also consider our mission fulfilled if our work aids others to achieve this outcome. So, little known fact, they says our investors include Microsoft, Reid Hoffman's Charitable Foundation, and Khosla Ventures. Also, something else to think about. OpenAI original founder, was Elon Musk.
Is that true?
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Elon Musk, who's also now owner of Twitter,
Okay.
also owner of SpaceX, Tesla, and everything that is all autonomous.
He didn't invent
well,
Tesla. though.
he left it.
He purchased it when it was like
Yeah.
when somebody came up with it. He purchased it.
Right, but did you understand the correlation in terms of the plan? So if you
We all
get the
about to eat- we all
OpenAI,
about to be Musks. my
yeah,
niggas.
if you get the OpenAI and then you mix it with the Twitter, because now remember Twitter is able to feed off of human emotions, is able to be more interactive. All this is a play on your information. The more information they get about you, the more information they can replace you. It's just crazy.
The thing what I was mentioning was the whole. So you remember Bing? Remember
Yes.
the search engine that?
Yeah, Bing, yeah.
Yeah.
So it went under a few
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
They brought it back out and they incorporated ChatGPT into it. So it's like it's an advanced Google. So for instance, if you were looking up information on Google, let's say, hey, show me a great restaurant or near me or whatever. Now instead of you getting a list of sites that you can check, it's now giving you straight answers now. That's what is a lot more direct. There's a lot
Wait,
more like.
so you said ChatGPT can draw a picture, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Is ChatGPT that shit that was on Twitter where people was like, "Yo, AI drew a design how Moses would look today," and it was
Oh,
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan?
Yeah, yeah.
That was that.
I didn't even know that was that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So basically,
you
it
didn't
was
see that shit,
saying
Breach?
No, I didn't see that.
they said that it was created by Elon Musk and Sam Altman. So they both are co-founders of the business.
Okay.
I got like it makes me also think that you know how they say, oh, all these people are selling their music catalogs and everything like that, and basically they selling to venture capitalists. I think this has something to tie into that, where they're gonna leverage that catalog that they bought to also work with the ChatGPT to make new songs and to do other things. Like I think it's a play. That the,
Oh, like how they did with that AI rapper, and then they shut him
yeah,
down.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if you could ever get rid
That
of
AI
a true
rapper was the
rapper,
worst.
But
No, what
but somebody
happens is-
did write like they told it to write a song,
And it's gonna write a
and
song.
it wrote a song.
See, but the thing I read about GPT was them covering their ass. It says you can ask it countless questions and often will get an answer that's useful. So they're saying
Well, yeah,
basically,
they're not- well, I mean,
we
you
don't,
go-
you know what I'm saying? Don't bank on us for always give you the right
Well, that's
answer.
the same thing as Google saying we're going to give you the best results as best as
Yeah,
possible.
covering your ass. So,
But-
but Reg is saying like, oh, 100% these niggas are gonna give you what you're looking for.
Oh no, right now, like I've even used it for projects and work, and it's worked
They
out.
said you can ask an encyclopedia questions like explain Newton's laws of motion.
Like
shit
I've
that.
told it to write a whole invoice for me, and it's done it.
It's done it.
I'm
The
like, wait a
exact way
minute.
you would write it.
Yeah. It actually added stuff I didn't even think of because it took legal aspects into play, and it took so the more specific you are with your question, the more it can base it. So, for instance, if you ask it, "Hey, write me a lease for my an apartment on this street for this much a month," with so on and so forth. And then it'll write like New York laws incorporated within it, knowing what it knows. knowing where the address is, and it's
and obviously you proofread it to make sure that
No,
shit
you
is-
gotta proofread
the
nothing.
people that are mostly like paralegals and clerks, because you literally have software that's doing their work for them.
yeah.
I don't need you to write me a contract anymore. I don't need you to write me a curriculum anymore. I don't need you to write my emails anymore. I don't need you to write. I just say, hey, ChatGPT, send an email out to this requesting this, that, and the third for this day, or whatever.
What have you used it for, Reg, so far?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I signed up for it, but when I signed up, the site was down.
It was down, yeah.
Yeah, so
And that's another thing you got to worry about. If you use ChatGPT for your everyday life, and all of a sudden one day it goes down and you don't know when it's gonna come back up.
I mean, Google's been down or whatever. Like, I think listen, we're humans.
But I mean, no, but Google's a search engine. You're talking about
But
actually.
did you
might need 27 contracts written, and this shit
that's
is down.
true. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. But the crazy thing is too is like, you saw what happens to the Google shares. They plummeted because once Bing did that they did that demonstration with Bing and ChatGPT.
That shit became the wave.
They were
Niggas
like,
jumped on
oh,
that shit like a motherfucker.
Google was like, fuck,
yeah, because Google should have been on top of it from the
100%,
get-go.
100%.
But
So they
Google-
kind of lost momentum in terms of
Momentum. They lost a huge.
Yeah, they took
I
a
mean,
big
they
chance
might
to
have
the
to do
dip.
their own, but
I mean, I think they will do their own, but Google to me has always had that attitude like they can withstand the test of time no matter what happens.
I mean, I think they still will because they're so embedded in so many other things, whether it's email and all that type of shit. But their main source of what they were really doing was search engine and SEO. Like that's people pay a lot of money for that, and if I don't need you anymore,
True.
then Google's stocks took a shit this week.
Shit, yeah. Well, that war room is fucking. They in that war room right now trying to see what's going on. But yeah, chat. I mean, I get it. I get it. I understand it. I actually do. I actually do agree with it. So it's like, so if companies, let's just say a company, let's just like T-Mobile for example, right? We always got to speak to somebody in fucking T-Mobile. Always. Like if I need to speak to a supervisor, what ChatGPT gonna do? Go act like it's going to go get it?
Like I said, I don't think it's going to take those jobs away. I don't think it's
But I'm saying you'll be surprised.
I mean,
you never know.
you-
That's
if
what
I-
I'm talking about.
If
I'm
you
talking
can
about shit
estimate,
like
what do you
that.
think it's evaluated at
Right now,
right now?
as a startup,
it's not a startup.
how long has it been out?
They've been doing this for a while.
They said initial release was November 30th, 2022.
That's not really a startup to you, Reg?
No,
What's
because-
considered a startup?
Hold on.
They've been around.
It ain't been out a year.
No, they've been out longer than that.
November, he said November
That's the when
2022.
the product launched, but they've been out longer
That's when
than
the
that.
prototype. That's when the prototype was released.
They've been working on this for a couple of
But
years.
what do you think is the evaluation they got?
Right now?
And don't bother telling me millions, nigga. This is definitely
No, I was
Yeah.
thinking the billion, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah, it's not. No,
It got to be at least $1.5 billion. It got to be at least
more.
1.5.
You got to go 15x. We talking about.
You talking about what?
technology.
You think it's
They got it.
$100 billion?
No, it's evaluated at
About
29 billion.
29
Yeah,
billion.
Right, and I said go 15x.
It's
15,
evaluated at
29 billion
That's
dollars?
crazy.
Yeah.
because
That's
it's gonna
crazy.
shift the meters. Like the workforce is gonna shift. The amount of stuff that's gonna be saved, the manpower, or all the human resources that you. It's gonna definitely put some people out of work.
Oh hell
No, it's gonna put some. It can't put everybody out of work.
It
It can't put
But
a
it's
big
gonna-
time out of
Look,
work.
put it like
GPT can't give me no money.
Why not? What you think of ATM is?
It'll save me money.
No, I'm talking about if you got to go to the window, my nigga. GPT can't give me no fucking money. I mean,
No,
there's some
of
jobs
course.
that's actually going to be there. That's what I'm talking about.
No, but if you go to like
GPT is gonna get you money. GPT will be able to make you money.
When's the last
because-
time you been to the bank?
Oh, the other day.
All right, how many telescreens were in that bank?
Well, and Citibank is one. You know how many people are in the windows? How,
How
many
many people were
windows?
in the window? How many windows did they have?
They had about it was about
8, maybe 7.
no, smaller. No, I went like one of the smaller branches.
Well, one thing
about 5 or 6, and it was about 2 people at the window.
Exactly.
But it's always been like that.
No, it's always been like 7.
Well, maybe the hood branches.
No.
Nah, it's always been
Maybe
like
the hood branches.
Maybe 20 years ago, you probably have. Maybe
Well, it all depends on the
6 to
bank too.
7
Like TD
tellers.
Bank be having everybody in there. Well, from what I see,
Right.
I don't know what you guys' experiences are.
Right.
But it's a certain bank. Citibank has never really had that lot.
gonna-
Citibank never really had a lot of traffic. Chase, yeah. TD Bank, yeah. I've never been inside Bank of America. Don't know.
Right. What's the
But it
first
all
things they
depends.
actually? What's the first things they actually do when you walk into the bank? Oh yeah, yo. What do you need? To
What do
do?
you need? Yeah.
Yeah. Just go to the machine. The
Oh,
machine
boy.
will do that for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
Right.
Like,
That's true. Shit, what the ATM need to start doing is giving out fucking singles, man. Then that shit will really fucking
Oh,
get the tellers
Lord.
out of business. If I can get singles from this nigga, oh man, from the ATM shit, what? You kidding me? That's the only thing I really go there for is fucking singles. When I'm going on vacation, because I don't really do the strip club thing. But as far as ChatGPT, man, I see it's the wave. I can see which way is going. Man. Now you saying it's writing contracts and shit.
All right, this is what it does.
That Hulk Hogan shit was hilarious.
It
Though.
does text completion, code completion, image generation, fine tuning, and embedding.
So even if you do write, like
We got
let's
text
say,
completion now. We say if you do right, what?
let's say you do write your own contract or whatever, and you need it proofread to kind of make it no loopholes or anything, it'll probably look.
ChatGPT will
It'll say
it'll probably
this is what you
look where you made a mistake at and fix
this,
it.
Right.
That's dope. That's some dope shit.
That's okay. Then why do I need my secretary?
That
I don't need my secretary.
I mean, well, the secretary is not there to proofread shit. Like,
Yes, she is.
secretary proofread stuff.
So yeah,
Yes.
she's writing it and proofreading it
Yes.
Writing it.
and proofreading it.
You have to take
Reg,
dictation.
so Reg, you own all right. So the
With all
brands
the
that you have.
Yeah.
Think about the benefits it would be for you.
Yeah. In terms of, like you said, a contract. So if you draft up a contract, you'll say draft up a contract including X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And they'll pull everything up. And especially if you fine tune and say in the state of New York City or in the Brooklyn,
In Brooklyn, on this zip code, and boom, boom, boom.
it's gonna line you. It's gonna make it ironclad where so people wherever they see, there's not gonna be any room for interpretation of something else.
Right.
Because it's gonna be
It makes
right
it ironclad.
there. Yeah.
But can't you go on Google now and find a fucking contract and just
You know
can.
how hard it is?
But
you have
gotta-
to write it.
You got to pay for it though. Like a lot of these.
a lot of these got to be.
They tell you it's free, but then when you try to export it, it's like, oh, you gotta.
How much do you think? All right. So do you think ChatGPT will continue to remain free with all its capabilities?
Yes.
That's the goal. The goal
To
is
keep
for it to
the-
be
yes.
free. Yeah.
So you think it won't be no $4.99? It could be free version.
Yeah.
$4.99 version. Shit like that.
Yeah, well,
Because think about it, Google never charged you.
Right.
They'll make that.
This,
they'll find-
but how you guys are explaining this shit does way more. This shit is actually writing shit for you.
that's fine. I think
For free?
They'll make that. Yeah, they're gonna keep. I think they'll try their best to keep it as free as possible.
They're gonna try.
They'll
They're
try
gonna
to.
do it. They're gonna make sure that everyone it's gonna be integrated into everyone's.
Right.
So
That's what, and I think
I
that's
don't
where the
even
money.
think there's
That's
an
where the
app.
money's
There's
going.
even
Yeah.
a ChatGPT
So
app.
basically, it's
It's not.
it is.
It is. Oh.
Yeah, but it's like it's down.
It's
so,
beta. It's beta. I mean, excuse me.
Yeah. So
it's
basically,
in
they're
beta
gonna
stages.
they're gonna
Okay.
make it into a verb, like
Right.
GPT it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So-
okay, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
So that's what it's
GPT,
gonna
it just means like, okay, all right, I see.
That's
what you-
dangerous times, man. 'cause
Yeah.
That's
like-
scary, B.
That's
we
like,
here
yo,
now.
that's
It's been
scary,
scary.
yo.
Like we wanted the future. The future is here. They gave you the good part of the future. Now here's the bad part of the future, where it is going to be total domination.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
like-
need title companies.
Yeah.
You probably won't need real estate lawyers.
Yeah,
You're gonna need to learn a trade to get by out here.
100%.
I mean,
or you could be in the arts.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
ChatGPT
nobody can
probably
record.
fucking
Nobody.
draw painting.
I saw something scary on TikTok yesterday where a guy had an AI plug-in where it made him sound like Kendrick Lamar.
yeah.
Get out.
And this is what I'm saying. Where when a person that buys your catalog now controls everything in your catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your music, the stems, your masters.
You talking about
your
QC?
cadence. That all that
Which
what
is
they're
undervalued,
doing
by the way.
No, that's to you. Remember, that's like what these guys are selling for and signing for is based on projection numbers and what is given to them. They know. But what
I
I'm
just-
saying is this. If a person says, you know what, I have all your information and I have ChatGPT, I can create a new song by Lil Baby, and Lil Baby never wrote a lyric.
Never wrote a lyric.
You know what I'm saying?
And he can't sue.
But this
or
is
nothing
why
like
I'm saying that whole wave for the past 3 years where Tina Turner sold her music, Lil Wayne, all these people selling their music.
Selling their catalog,
this
yeah.
this was that play. This was that play. And then you line everything up where it's a lot of stuff going on in back. So everything is unfolding slowly. But if you pay attention, you can see certain stuff. You see the groundwork. So the groundwork was to get artists to give up their rights, their likeness, their image, their catalogs for something that would be considered a lot of money. 900 million, right? You just said ChatGPT is estimated valuation at 29 billion. So if I buy everyone's catalog that is in pop culture or whatever the case is, I'm going to still have enough cachet and money to still do what I want to do. Because the technology is only going to be advanced. It's only once I know your patterns and I understand your algorithm and how you made songs and I have all that information, I got the ultimate cheat code where I can put out songs till you're never around. You can be dead and I can still put out music on you. And it's going to be the same kind of music that you created. Basically, they saying I can create better music than you. That's what it is.
They could take Big's voice and make a new trap record.
And people
They did that
like
already. Well, I don't know if that was a ChatGPT, but you know that AI Biggie that they made.
No, that was his image.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't no new song. But now they could take that image and give him a new song and shit.
DJs, I think this is gonna hurt DJs.
Yeah,
really,
because it's like
create me a playlist or whatever. At this time, this is supposed to happen. At this time, this is supposed to happen. At this time, food comes out. This time, dancing. Right,
and then set it up for 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah. So create me a high up tempo playlist.
You mean to tell me it won't know how to scratch or add scratches to it? You mean to tell me it won't know how to blend?
Right.
So to tell the GPT to you could tell it to mix a certain song or some shit like that, right?
Do a mashup between this and that, and do the break beat at this interval at this beats per minute, and it's gonna do it.
And then if you think about it, like I compare it. I don't know if you're familiar with Kirby. You ever played Kirby or whatever? Kirby is the game where whatever it takes in, it takes its powers.
Yeah, Kirby. All right, Kirby. All right. I just want to make sure.
What's stopping AI from analyzing how Flex mixes or
and that's what I'm saying. Remember
SNS or whoever.
Remember they told listen. We're all pawns in the game because we're doing the work for them. Be a content creator. You have to be a content creator. You have to open up yourself and show people how you make stuff. People are nosy. The society now is nosy. That in turn, it was a trick for everyone to show me how you do it. Show me how you do it. Show me how you get this answer. Now I know how you did this. I have the information. I'm going to use that information to my advantage now. Because in the fine print, you're a content creator, but it's on my platform. So everything that you create, I have all access to. And you're showing me everything. So once you're showing me everything and I can see it, I can then turn around and manipulate that information and create content without you.
Shit's scary, money.
Yeah.
There's an AI Deuce out there. That's
it is.
There can only be one.
Yeah.
There can only, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, it's going to come down to it.
There can only be one.
You know what I'm saying? So it is definitely something to look out for. It's a lot going on. And that was just me sitting down one day. I'm like, yo, all these dudes selling their catalogs and everybody's saying this and that. It got to be a bigger play. Because it's the venture capitalists that are investors. They're the ones that's buying up these catalogs. It's not other record labels buying up the catalogs. So I'm like, what are they doing with this? So this is what it comes down to. Someone said, you know what? If this is the next wave, we should jump on it like this. Buy up all media in terms of music and popular artists, and let's capitalize.
And then they get syncing fees.
Yeah.
Instead of asking the artist for permission, they could just say, hey, we own it, charge whatever. We can remix it, re-release it. We can remaster it, put out a new version. It's, bro, like I don't know if I agree with it, but
and the little thing that they dangled on people was in an uproar was, the AI rapper that looks like this, that does that. Cool. That was the little tester to see how people are going to receive it.
And they hated it.
They hated it. But this right now, they're going to love it because I don't have to, even in educational institutions, like for example, the guy in a Young Thug case, the girl missed the jury selection, or she skipped out on it, right? The judge told her to write a 30-page paper on the importance of being a juror, and she had to do certain highlights and certain points. And he said she cannot use any outside information like ChatGPT or any bots.
But how would they know?
You will know because you can, whatever you put out there, you can always run a word search, and it's going to come up.
Oh.
That's what they do in school.
See, no, back then in school, they just thought you wasn't smart enough to know a certain word that was on the paper.
Right.
Like in a book report, like I got asked, what does this word mean? Like making sure I knew it and didn't plagiarize it from somewhere else.
If you think really, does school even really matter after this gets to where it really needs to get to?
Absolutely not.
School
Absolutely
don't even matter no more,
not,
bro. It really doesn't. If you think about
Absolutely
it.
fucking
Because
not.
in all actuality, the theory is this, right? We creating these kids that's basically the blue collar jobs or stuff that actually require manual labor. We're outsourcing it. They're building 3D printable houses for people to live in. It's only a matter of time before they start building high-rise structures. You
What, the
get what I'm
3D,
saying?
the 3D,
Yeah. Everything starts off with a little experiment. Remember before they was like, oh, they got 3D printers for this? Motherfuckers took the 3D printers and now they making ghost guns. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's little steps.
I think Dubai is using that now. Them buildings is going up too motherfucking fast.
Well, Dubai also has a labor thing where they like people are coming in to get money, and
yeah, but them they're too fucking fast.
if you go down a rabbit hole, they'll tell you how Dubai's making all them buildings, and it's a dark history of slavery and people coming from all over just trying to get.
They're fucking commercial real estate is just building.
But you gotta understand, them guys got nothing but money. They are literally
that's
like,
true.
they have money where they can't do nothing with it. And the push now is for, everything to go EV, which in my mind is kind of crazy because certain things need gas, certain things. But then if you push everything to EV, that means that the light bill is going to go up higher.
Not only that, you're using more coal.
But even with the EV, I have not seen them talking about we're going to build a grid. You got to build more grids.
You got to build more solar grids, if that.
You got to build something. It's like, what are we doing here? We're going to get y'all off of gas, and then we're going to charge y'all per kilowatt. It's $20 per kilowatt. And they're going to probably take your car.
My Con Ed bill already high.
Con Ed bill, I just seen that shit the other day. I said, yo, get the fuck out of here. The month just started.
How much was yours?
Bro, they lured me in. They said, oh, you got a half a month. I just got a new service. 60. Easy. Next time I turn around, they're like 150. I said, I'm not home.
My joint came out $400.
A month.
Yeah, a month.
That's the crazy part about it.
I have 5 lights. Like, yo, what is going on?
I don't even want to tell you how much my shit was. Mind you, I play the game. I work from home.
I don't think it uses that much juice.
No.
I used to work in the energy field. There's no way it uses that much juice, bro.
The motherfuckers, and then
I got daughter got LED lights in the room that's still
LED
on all
is supposed
day.
to be more cost effective.
It's supposed to be cool.
Listen, I know what everything is supposed to do. I'm telling you what it is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Them motherfuckers hit me with that. I say, yo.
Mind you, I work from home. You know what I'm saying?
No,
all that type of
but
shit.
it still shouldn't be. Unless you're running your AC.
Yeah.
That's
heat is free. I don't know nobody's running AC.
That's what I'm saying. The method is usually in the summertime, you know your bill's going to be high.
Yes, you know your bill's sky.
Right.
And in the wintertime, you're going to get a break.
Right.
Your national grid should go up because you're using more gas.
And I have an electric stove.
Right. Well,
Yeah, but you ain't running a restaurant.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. Like, yo, my joint. I was like, yo, I don't have that. I don't. And the problem is, you don't even know who to go to get it looked at.
Yeah. Great.
Like, I don't know if who's the customer service with. All right, I don't believe this price.
And then I get the people coming to my building talking about, hey, we're with the such and such company. We're trying to save 50% of the energy. Sign up for that shit, thinking I'm gonna catch a break.
And then they try to get you with the solar panels, and the solar panels are pretty much the same cost as the bill. And they're like, all right, we can lease it for like 30 years. All right, so for the next 30 years, I'm paying $200 a month.
Yeah.
And then if I pay it off, that's when I really see the savings.
But you know who's into that too, right?
Who?
Musk.
Right.
Like, when you, like, even in California right now, they have, like, rolling blackouts sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so the whole EV push, I'm like, yo, well, everybody get the technology now. Before it was, they made this guy, Nikola Tesla, look like a genius. And they ran him, he literally died like a sad man. Sad and broke guy. Talking about that, have y'all felt the pressures of the recession in terms of pricing and stuff like that?
Well, the Secretary of Treasury said that's cap
What's cap?
All I ever said shit is cap. She
No,
said
it's a
she
real
said it's
recession.
500,000 new jobs and unemployment is. She said unemployment is the lowest it's been in 50 years. She said all I ever said. She said that shit is cap.
No, that's not how it works. What happens?
I mean-
is,
But no, when CNN asked her about it, she said that shit is cap.
well, you gotta understand they also trying to push a narrative where they trying to pump more people to give up stuff. If that's cap, then you don't raise you don't raise
Eggs?
interest rates. You don't raise stuff that shouldn't be raised. Like the interest rate is the catalyst. The other indicators that people looked at that started to see things rise was like in New York City they call it the pizza test. If you get a slice of pizza for $2.75 or whatever, that's good.
Well, piece of $3 in my hood now, and that's
See?
a regular plain slice with nothing on it.
Right. So now things are raising. So even technically they saying you gotta have two negative
Two
two GDP,
quarters
two
of,
quarters
negative GDP.
right? 2 quarters of negative GDP, which is gross domestic product. If you have 2 negative quarters of that, that's all indication that you're going in a downturn, right? That's what's happening. It's been happening, and what people are doing now, it's more so a bear market. It's not a bull market anymore. People are pulling back on stuff and they're being more reserved on how they spend. Then more so times if like people that do options trading, they're shorting stocks because they see the decline. So now,
The difference is that usually with that though is unemployment usually tends to grow
Right.
during a recession. This time around, it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
And I think the pandemic had a lot to do with that because I think a lot of motherfuckers was like, I just learned to hustle on my
Yeah.
own.
Entrepreneurship is
I'm
taking the place of
right.
being
And
unemployed.
And they were like, yo, I can do this stuff
Yeah.
from home and I'm not trying to work under nobody. 1. 2, I think people just left the workforce altogether.
altogether. Yeah, a
It
lot
was
of
like-
people said, "Fuck that job,"
Fuck that shit.
because people are miserable.
Right.
Like I have a friend of mine. I mean, I have a friend of mine, mutual friend of ours, and she was telling me how she was working in insurance and she was so fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And she took a major pay cut to work at Southwest.
Yeah.
Just because her like not passion, but she enjoys interacting with people.
Right.
Like people are like leaving them high paying jobs just to be fucking happy.
That 500,000 job openings or availabilities. You gotta remember, a lot of people aren't qualified for a lot of those jobs.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's in say it again.
Well,
Qualification is a motherfucker now.
Put
yo.
it like this. Back in the days or whatever, they were talking about, you gotta have, in order to get this job, it's not based on your experience, it's based on your degree. Degree meaning that you know how to follow directions.
Yeah.
You know how to be
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was Google and some other businesses said, we don't care about your degree. We want to know if you're qualified, actually, based off of your knowledge of this. Of
Well, a
whatever
lot of
you're
companies are
working
doing
on.
that. A lot of companies
Right,
hate
and-
training people
right.
now.
So now-
do you know how to do this shit right now? All right, come on.
So now you see, do you understand how people that are reversing course and they're pushing the narrative of what suits them and what keeps them afloat? You know what I'm saying? If everybody was running with the same thing, you got to have this degree. Therefore, the schools is always going to be packed. You're going to have a bunch of people coming out, and
That don't know how to do what the job entails, and which means you have to train them as
Right.
opposed of
It's good. And then
me
you
off
look
the
at it-
street that actually know what the fuck you want me to
Because
do.
a lot of people got bypassed in jobs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, "Yo, there's people older than us that would say, yo, I trained this. I gave this job 20 years of my life for some college kid to come in and take it away from me
Like that,
because
yeah.
I helped him. I had to." He didn't know the qualifications, or he didn't know of the job or all of the duties, but because he had that piece of paper, he was able to get over.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, the smack in the face is, I trained him.
yeah,
Right.
that's
You know what I'm
always
saying?
that's what it always is. They always give the
So-
job to the motherfucker you train.
Right.
Right. So now it's not even about. It's like if you got the knowledge, all right, come on. See that piece of paper. It was in such high regard. It opened doors for people, but it also closed doors for those that didn't have either the time to become, get that piece of paper and So now it's different.
Colleges are in big trouble, man. I truly believe that.
I don't think so.
Well, universities, whether PWI or HBCU, they've been in a desperate decline, man.
Nah, I don't
They've
think so.
been in a decline.
I don't think
think
so.
about it,
I
like,
think.
Sports is keeping them alive.
Nah, it's not. Nah, I think that school is always going to be there.
Yeah, it's not
school
going
is
nowhere.
is
To
a,
wait, what into what what level of
school is a recession proof too.
No, I mean
No,
in
I'm
terms
talking about enrollment.
enrollment. Yeah,
Niggas ain't
Well,
going no
enrollment
more.
would never go down.
Unless you
Like,
playing
I don't
sports,
know.
niggas ain't going.
No.
And niggas are even trying. They're finding them. They're circumventing that. Niggas is going overseas. Fuck school.
No, I don't. You see, look, the what keeps the schools around or whatever is what I just said, that piece of paper. Just a couple of industry movers are saying, yo, we don't need the paper. Everyone else is saying, we still need this paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but until when though? Meaning, like you said,
give you a time frame?
No, I mean in terms of like, because I don't even know if we would know. But I'm just saying in terms of like, it gets to a point where a job has been open for so long that we'd be like, yo, fuck that. Listen, can you just do this?
Like, and mind you,
I would think that would be more so in terms of the business.
But before you continue, hold on. Before you continue, mind you, they're not paying these teachers because 5 teachers quit in my daughter's school in the span of 1 school year. From September to June, charter school August. From August to June, Reg, 5 teachers, bro.
Okay. Oh, so for clarity, I'm talking about higher education.
No, yeah.
Well, it really don't matter. Well, professors
I'm
too.
No, I think high schools will always be. I think high school you always need high school.
Yeah,
but
I just don't think
teachers are not being paid in general, no matter where, no matter what scale it is.
I'm talking about higher education as to where, with the higher education, it's been said like, no matter what's going on, 2 things never really take a hit. It's construction and
But some always need to be built.
Right. And education.
And the kids always need to be taught.
It's some fool that's always looking for education. I'm the fool.
That think, it's always some nigga that think education is the key. Let me sign up for this online class.
The problem is, it's not even a problem. It is what it is. Because employers need to know people are trained to understand information, retain information, and regurgitate it. So let's say, for instance, Preach buys a building or you buy a building, right? You want to demolish it. You're not going to take no Joe Schmo that says, yo, he's an architect just because he's an architect. You're going to want to see that paper.
That credential.
Right. Yeah. So certain things are going to have to be certified.
Right.
Like a dude say he's an electrician. Nah.
But that's why I said niggas gonna have to learn the trade. You're gonna need that certification.
But you said it's still a paper. Like the schools though, like the trade schools, they go up. When the recession comes around, trade schools
go up. Right.
Enrollment in trade schools go up. Enrollment in like manual labor goes up.
But I'm talking about. That's what I wasn't talking about an actual degree in arts or sociology and all that shit.
Matter.
I'm talking about certification. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like the schools will never go out of business.
Oh no, we're thinking you meant university. We ain't think you meant fucking Lincoln Tech that's gonna teach me how to fucking fix this air conditioner.
Because they got schools that's gonna teach that. Like listen, if you not fucking around with one of them dumbass niche fucking degrees or majors, they're gonna be a spot for you. If you have a business degree, but if you have something like where you doing in terms of you're an architect, you doing.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you doing quantum physics,
high
stuff
demand
like
degrees,
like things that have
I think like
high skilled in terms of. And like we had to have a different kind of capacity, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So,
but I think like if you really look at it, when you're looking at the Harvards, will be fine.
Yeah,
Yales, the Cornells, all those schools, the Browns, whatever.
Yeah,
and then you have the trade schools. If you want to put them over in this section, those will be fine. The DeVry, whatever, trade schools. Those middle schools.
Yeah.
The ones in between.
The Dominican colleges.
Yeah.
I don't know, King.
Do you think your degrees are being or will be ever put to use, quote unquote?
It's being put to use now. It's just that
mine never was.
In terms of my degree itself, I should have been around more people that was business minded in terms of steel sharpens steel. You know what I'm saying? More people that's crafty in terms of the energy, because you need that. Because believe it or not, some of the stuff you got to go back. I still got my college books. I still go to this day
for reference.
Yeah, for reference. You need that. And some of the stuff in the book don't teach you. Like, for instance, since I was from high school to college to grad school, no one talked about the structure of how to run your business. They told you about the LLC. They told you that. But they never spoke about taxes. They never spoke about business taxes, how that affects your business. They never spoke about you need 5 to 6 accounts to separate your money. They never spoke about those kind of things.
Well, in high school or college?
Both.
Well, high school we know for sure. You don't get finance teaching in,
I was in
high school. But I thought college you.
No, like the program I was in school was called the Academy of Finance. So they actually gave you.
You actually gave you the tools.
Yeah, they gave you some information, but they definitely stressed more so accounting. You know what I'm saying? The principles of accounting and stuff like that, which kind of makes sense. But then I think what happens is when you're teaching this kind of stuff, you got to make it relatable in terms of why is this happening? Like, why is this money coming from here and going over there? And where is it coming from? They're not teaching that. So when you get the account, they're not saying, yo, all your income goes in this account. From that account, this is what you do. You take 20% and you put it in this account for taxes. You take the other 20% and you put it in this account for savings or miscellaneous stuff. Then you take the other 20%, you put it in for savings, right? And then the other 20%, you do it for operational expenses. And then the other 20%, you use it to reinvest into the business, or they're not talking like that.
Yeah.
So
they're not giving you that type of game.
right.
No, of course not.
And that kind of thing, you know, so it helps to motivate people so they can get a better understanding, because we are visual creatures whether we like it or not. But it's how you visualize this makes it important and imperative for someone to understand. So
I get that.
you know,
That's what's up.
but
People,
people
her and your leash is really rubbing off on you.
shout out to them. Them boys making moves, man.
Yo.
Shout out to
All
them.
right, Preach. It's about that time, man.
What's going on?
Super Bowl.
Oh man, boy, did your boys disappoint me, man?
Yo,
Good
first of all,
Lord.
can't win a game without a quarterback, man.
Hey, love to see it.
Can't win a game without a quarterback, man.
Jesus
Love to
Christ.
see it.
I'm like, yo, I need
Can't
it
win
for
a
a
game.
nice big deal.
Shit, you and me.
Love
I
to
needed
see
that.
it.
I needed that game better than.
Yo, when freaking they gave McCaffrey the helmet with the green.
Yeah.
I
Nigga
was
say,
like,
"And
oh.
you got the juice now?" I said, "Oh
Wait,
shit."
who happened? I didn't
Chris-
watch the game.
No. Obviously, you know Trey Lance, no Jimmy G. We only got Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Some
was
black
it.
dude. I forgot.
Oh
the
no,
fuck.
yeah, Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson. And those are the only two quarterbacks we have.
Which one was a verified? Purdy was a verified.
No, Purdy was the starter.
Right.
Josh Johnson was the backup.
Right.
After them two out, we had nobody.
Right.
So being that Christian McCaffrey, I think he had like a quarterback background in high school or some
So
shit.
talking about Josh Johnson got hurt too.
Yes, they
Yeah.
put him
He
on
got
his
a concussion.
booty hole, nigga. They put Josh Johnson on his ass crack.
First snap.
Huh? And he was like this, like snow angel, nigga.
Oh, he was like you
Josh
with the
Johnson was
slopes.
like snow angel, huh?
He was like you with the slopes.
no, he didn't look like that. Cause me, I was like this. Help me. No, I'm talking
Wait.
about snow
bad.
angel, nigga.
But nobody. Wait, time out. They got them out of there early.
Nah, so Josh Johnson, I got played until
No, nigga, he only threw 4 passes,
no,
5
but he played
passes.
until like the third quarter. He got hurt injured in the third quarter.
So the O line didn't protect him at all.
No, yo, that nigga look like you. Did
It
you
was
see
just
the,
a bad
Did you see the
luck.
new video of Lil Uzi Vert slipping in what's the name pool after the studio?
No.
That's how he looked. Oh, he was in Nav and what's the nigga name? Nav,
Yeah.
that singer. They
Nav.
did a song together. He was
Yeah.
leaving his house, but he went through, I guess, the back by the pool.
Yeah.
So Uzi tried to do some shit. I guess he tried to see like what was surface and
Yeah.
what wasn't. Nigga said, "Gadoo!"
Oh,
right in that nigga
shit.
pool, and he caught it on the security joint.
they had
But
no-
yo,
they had
that shit,
nobody,
yo, we
man.
had no niggas. Yo, they told Christian McCaffrey go
that
out
was
there
probably
and throw the
the
ball.
the Eagles probably had the
Easiest road, yo.
road
That
to
was
the
so
Super Bowl.
easy, my nigga.
So wait,
I
time
was
out,
so
time out,
mad.
time out. So now, Josh McCracken, how does he do?
Who? Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
He don't even really throw
He
it.
didn't
They
even-
just do Wildcat.
No, he didn't even because
didn't attempt a pass.
Purdy went back in. He just
Yeah,
handed
no,
it
Purdy
off.
went back in and just did this all day.
Yeah, he just handed
We
it off.
ran the ball for 2 quarters. Who the
Yeah.
fuck does that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck did? Like the Eagles, he gonna run it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like how many snaps it was? It's like 3 snaps a down.
Yeah.
Times that by 2 quarters.
Yeah.
We had to run the ball like 28 times.
They-
the Eagles know what we about to do.
Did they
Yeah.
boo y'all?
No, it was in Philadelphia.
It was in Philly.
The game was in Philly.
oh, they were
we was
cheering.
already doomed from the start.
They already knew. Like once he hurt his elbow that first quarter, it was like
It was
a wrap.
over.
It was a wrap.
It
They,
was
they say he
fucking
tore a
over.
ligament, right?
Yeah, it was a wrap.
He didn't
Okay.
take the Tommy John though. He took the regular.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna take the Tommy
Because
John.
they were
Be
like,
like,
yo,
Tommy
he,
John's lo-
he was
oh,
like, he's not even
yeah,
trying
elbow.
to throw.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I can't.
I
throw.
can't throw it. Yeah, he just claimed
He's
out
like,
said,
I
yo, I
can't even
cannot
throw
throw the
that.
ball. So every season is this.
So did he land like this or what happened?
No.
When he tried to throw it,
When he tried,
He got him
Fam,
right.
yeah, no,
You know,
Fam
they
hit
go
the
mad
elbow.
force.
Yeah.
So somebody got him from behind and his elbow went like that.
No, Riddick hit him from the side. Like
Yeah.
he tried to go forward
Riddick
and
was
like
crazy.
nigga push this shit into some shit. Like imagine you trying to you're trying all your might to go forward and somebody just pushing that shit to the side. That shit was crazy. Yeah, man. So
was
yeah,
bad,
that was bad.
And then they tied the game because then they had a good. McCaffrey ran it like
Yeah.
a few 6 times, and then they scored, so it was 7-7. But then they were like
Philly
waiting.
ran it
They were
up.
like, "Yo, hoping he was gonna be all right to come back in," and they were like,
Philly ran
So
it
they
the
gonna
fuck
say-
up.
Josh
31.
Johnson is terrible. There was one play they hiked him the ball and he just
Yeah, they shit hit him in the face.
hit him in the face and
He just landed on it so it wouldn't be turnover.
I was so tight. I'm like, yo, this is embarrassing.
They was shitting on me in the chat.
I
I'm
thought
like,
my Giants did bad, boy.
nah.
The Giants did bad though.
See, the thing about y'all is y'all got ripped with a fully healthy squad. From your quarterback, from your O-line, from your wide receiver to your running
Nah,
back.
man.
Because when Priest was talking, Priest jumped in the chat like, yo, y'all niggas looking like paper plates. Some shit he said. Y'all niggas made out of paper towel. So fair, y'all niggas had a fully healthy squad and got ripped.
Yo, let me
We
just tell you
really
something.
thought we was gonna win though, because when they gave us they main squad and we had our practice squad and they
Yeah.
was containing them, we was like, yeah, we gonna win.
Yeah, that D line is crazy.
I'm pulling.
I got money on Mahomes though.
I'm pulling for the Eagles. And I'm telling you
can't
because
do it.
I wanted the Chiefs to win because of what Philly did to us, and I wanted some get back. But after seeing at the NFL Honors when Mahomes got the MVP, it wasn't even him getting MVP. It was how he got it. It's 50 first place votes, right?
Yeah.
Out of the 50 votes, Mahomes got 48. It's only 2 votes left. One with the Jalen Hurts, one with the Josh Allen. If I'm Jalen Hurts, I'm writing that shit on my hand. Like I want that. He got to go get it back in blood. He has to. After the season he had, you get 1 first place vote. I'm writing that shit on my hand.
Because my thing is if you replace it with a Brock Purdy, are the Eagles still the Eagles? I think so.
Yeah, but I don't think the Eagles win. And I can sound biased, but I don't think the Eagles win.
Oh, no.
I'm just
he
keeping
played
it all
on
the
a-
way
he
real.
played on a
But
bad
he had
ankle.
Jalen. I mean, come on, we've all
What's his
seen
name played on a bad ankle too.
Who? Yeah, I understand that, but no, but they talking about MVP award is regular season. They
Right,
ain't
your
got nothing
body
to
of
do with
work.
that.
Your body of work. So
But everybody just saying they tried to. Well, from what I understand, people are basing on him losing Tyreek Hill and still going without. I understand that. This nigga went 13-0.
Right,
I think he would have went undefeated the whole season if he ain't hurt his fucking shoulder.
So,
and Gardner Minshew lost
what
him
is
3
the
games.
weighted? What is? I know. I learned this from a while back. Right. You could have a 4.0 if you're going to Dominican college, right? But you could have a 2.8 if you're in Harvard.
Right.
What was his weighted? What was the record weighted as?
His record?
Meaning his overall competitors
Right.
were they as hard as?
Yeah, they didn't have a crazy schedule either.
So you gotta look at it like that, and that's how.
So the Chiefs had a crazy schedule?
Yeah, they played the Bills. They played the Bengals. They played.
Oh, so because Philly's in the NFC East, and
No,
they
not
played the
even
Giants
about that.
twice,
No,
and
not
they
even
played the
that.
Enders
No,
twice.
not even that.
No,
even
it's
just
not about
that.
your conference. It's about your overall record. We understand your conference is conference. You can't change that. But who did you play outside of
Who
your
did you play
conference?
outside of
that
that?
was
No,
actually
I
good?
get that, but no, you play people in your conference the most.
You played them
A lot
twice.
of your wins, but you don't really play everybody else twice. It's only 18, 17 games, 18
Right,
games.
18 games, but you played them twice, and you're only gonna play them 6 times. Where's the other 11 games coming from?
Yeah, but that's everybody else didn't everybody
That's
else
what
you
I'm
played
talking
once.
about.
But,
If you beat Jacksonville one time, you beat Arizona one time.
but I
and
mean,
you
number
beat-
one, they don't make the schedule now. You can't do that to them.
No, listen, I understand. Look, I think that defense is crazy. You got 2 number 1 wide receivers. You got Devontae Smith and you got A.J. Brown. Those are 2. They'd be number 1s in any other team.
All right, check this out. The Eagles played the Jets, the Browns, the Dolphins,
Yeah, that's not good.
the Lions,
That's not good.
the Vikings, the Commanders,
That's not
the
good.
Jaguars, the Cardinals, the
That's not
Cowboys.
good.
Oh, let me keep going. All right, I understand. The Steelers, the Texans,
Right.
Commanders again, Colts, Packers, Titans, Giants,
That's
Bears,
not
Cowboys
good.
again,
That's not
Saints,
good.
and the Giants again.
That's
They
not
probably
good.
had like 4.
All right,
competitors.
now okay, let's go to I can go to Kansas City.
Basically, it's saying you're supposed
Kansas
to win
City,
those games.
Bears.
The Kansas City has the Chargers in the division.
Wait, well, hold on. Let me show you. They
right,
play
let's go, let's go.
Bears,
Uh-huh.
Commanders,
Uh-huh.
Packers, Cardinals,
Uh-huh.
the Chargers, the Colts, Buccaneers, Raiders,
Right.
Raiders, Bills,
Right.
Niners, Titans, Jaguars, Titans again because I think are they in the same? No, they're not in it. Rams, who wasn't shit this year anyway. Cincinnati, Denver, Texans, Seattle, Denver again, Raiders again, Jaguars. Oh no, that's going into the postseason. And the Raiders was their last game.
They might have.
It's kind of it's kind of like
I
even,
get
my
you.
nigga.
I get you.
Nah.
It's kind of like even, my nigga.
Seattle. You have Seattle. You playing the Chargers twice. Okay. Who else did they? The Buccaneers. The Buccaneers weren't great,
Brady.
but they were still.
Buccaneers wasn't. We talking about no. See,
still
y'all are just looking at the people on the roster as far as the Buccaneers is concerned. Buccaneers has been stir fried shit this whole year. We're not gonna act like the Buccaneers was
great,
fucking
but
making noise.
it
And
still
Geno Smith and the niggas wasn't making no noise either. Geno Smith and the niggas finished what 8-8 some shit or 9-8.
They still made the playoffs.
I understand that. Okay, and
What
how many
award did he
teams?
get?
How many? You
What
think the
award
teams
did
that the Eagles didn't?
what
The
did-
Eagles played didn't make the playoffs?
What award did Patrick Mahomes get?
MVP.
Okay.
He got MVP. I just think, well, and first of all, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think Jalen Hurts' season was warranted more than one first place vote.
I mean,
that's
I
how
hate
I
the Eagles. So I ain't never gonna defend or.
No, I just to give him one first place vote after the season he had was crazy.
You can't find me.
We all know the story about Magic and Bird, about them Rookie of the Year votes after the year Magic had. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is motivation, yo. I think that young boy's gonna come back out. I think that young boy's gonna go out there and get it back in blood, man. That was crazy. One first place vote is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And I don't like the Eagles either. I just didn't like the way they treated the young boy.
No, I can't.
That was crazy.
I can't stand the Eagles.
That was fucking
I
crazy.
would never ever in my life. root
Oh
for the
man!
Eagles,
Well,
ever.
so all right, so okay. Like I said, I just want the young boy to win because he got shit on the MVP, and you two got the Chiefs, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll see what happens. Any score predictions?
No.
I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I'm gonna say 34-31.
See, I said 31-27.
31-27.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout, man.
So I'm going to say 38-30. 38-35.
So you got a one possession. You got to be in a one possession game.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? But I could see it being low scoring though, because both defenses. That Phillies defense is crazy.
But both quarterbacks know how to get the ball out their hand.
Yeah, but still, like that, those defenses is crazy.
What about the secondary though? AJ Brown know how to get open.
Yeah, but
Kelsey know how to get open.
that's the only thing.
I don't think Devontae Smith gonna get the ball like that. I think it's gonna be Dallas. I think it's gonna be a Dallas Goddard.
And Devontae Smith was supposed to be a giant.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
a bozo. Delaware
he
was like,
was.
"Oh, that's what we're gonna get him next." And the Eagles was like, "No, yeah, nah.
We're
We're gonna trade up and go get him."
Stupid ass.
Dummy. The fuck?
Yeah, man. I hope, man.
You doing anything for Super Bowl?
Bo, trying to figure that out now. You know,
Okay.
black people. You know, I ain't gonna know till fucking 5:59 what we doing.
I thought you be at salsa.
Black people. Oh, that's one of the that's one of the plans. You know, that's one of the plans. I mean, I got a phone call for that, but you know, plans change. Nigga might just want to do some house, you know, some house shit. Call some bitches up, you know, shit like that.
Salsa.
You got anything? You got anything you doing?
Nah. I don't think so. I do, but I don't want to go.
You don't want to go? Yeah, that's the type of time I'll be on there.
Yeah,
I don't really
I'm not trying to
I
go.
don't even like getting dressed no more. I just want to buy like 17 pairs of sweats and just wear them shit all day. Like I don't even want to get dressed no more, yo, for real. I order me some Crocs. They come next week. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start coming this year with some hobo drip, like sweatpants and Crocs all day, man. Unless it's snowing outside or -2, I gotta put on some boots. Fuck that shit.
I'm with it.
Oh, good part, fellas.
I'm with it. Oh, man. Y'all be safe out there. China sending things, flying things across your head. Be safe. If you have a Valentine's, you know, enjoy your Valentine's Day
Happy
weekend.
Valentine's Day, ladies. Anybody, what y'all doing? Anybody, y'all buying Beyonce tickets? Y'all sending the flowers that don't die to her job? Like, what y'all doing? Those is in high demand.
Flowers that don't
Flowers
die.
that don't-
Yeah, the flowers that
don't.
don't die. They come in the box now.
What do
the
you
box
mean?
or they don't like you know how you know how
Flowers
you
that don't die with the money that rolls out of it too.
yeah that. But you know how you want to air the flowers and you get the fucking bouquet of roses and them just die. They got the flowers that don't die.
So
they're
they got
real flowers.
they got GMO flowers now.
Yeah. They're real. They don't die.
And it's not plastic, so it's
And,
really
and that's the
dope.
wave because it's like And then they can come in a box or they can come in a
Make that make sense.
cylinder or something like that.
It's a real
And they
life flower
varies.
that does not die.
That's crazy.
They got the enchanted looking flower from Beauty and the Beast. They got all types of shit.
I
now.
do would say this. What do you think about the guy that's reversing he's reversing his aging process? He's a millionaire.
He's reversing his aging process.
He ain't got nothing else better to do.
What you think about it?
I think it's dope. I think it is. I mean, I think it is dope, man. But you're not reversing your age. You're just reversing how you look in that age. I don't think ain't.
So is he actually looking younger or?
I think that's the only thing you could do. You can't change if you're 97 years old. You can't change that your organs are 97 years old.
Yes, you can.
Your organs?
They harvesting organs. They even in.
All right, save that one. 'Cause that's deep in the rap. Save that one.
Oh,
Put it in your
man.
notes. Save that one. We're gonna talk about that
You
shit.
got it. I don't know how. Yo,
Save that one.
talk about that shit on Patreon.
Save that one, boy.
So
Niggas out here.
millionaire aging backwards.
Yeah.
Hold on, save that one. Save that shit. Y'all niggas about to hit the bottom of the ocean on that one. This niggas out here.
It's mad shit
I
going on.
know they harvesting organs, but that don't mean he doing it.
No, there's mad shit going on though. Like
Save it, man, because you're about to go in a whole nother
it's a
can of
lot
worms.
of shit going on.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Stay safe. Practice safe sex or shoot up the club. I'm with it either way.
Wow.
I'm with it either way. Shoot up the club. Fuck it. It might be her time.
It might be her time.
Oh, yeah. It might be her time.
Shout out to
Or pay the price, nigga.
Shout out to all the Grammy winners.
Nah, except for Harry Styles. Fuck you, nigga.
Damn, what Harry Styles do to you?
That nigga, that shit, yo, my daughter played that shit for me. That shit is trash.
What does he say? I don't
I
even
don't-
know who Harry Styles is. What did he
Yeah,
say?
nigga, I don't know. Some nigga that took the album of the year away from Beyonce. I'm not even gonna say Beyonce deserved it, but my daughter, I said, who's Harry Styles, yo? She played some shit for me. That nigga is trash. That nigga is trash, man. I don't know.
Yo, I want to definitely talk about some shit the next time, yo. This shit is getting crazy. I follow.
Don't
this.
be cheap this year, fellas. Buy your girl some shit, man.
Them bitches ain't buying you shit.
Buy your girl some shit, man.
Yo, Jay-Z sold his steak in Douce.
Yeah,
You
I
still
know.
gonna be Douce?
Yes, I am.
Still gonna drink Douce?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the shit out of it.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck who on it, nigga. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Nice. Yeah, we ain't got nothing.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
He said, y'all come back. This is crazy.
Sonny right here. See Sonny about to spaz out. Sonny about to fuck him up.
Yo.
Sonny about to fuck him up.
Oh, I forgot all about this movie.
Reginald said he never saw it.
Word?
Nah, I never seen it.